guy. I was looking at some of the ChatGPT stuff, and ChatGPT is way better than whatever character AI is using. And I assume they're using ChatGPT, but like a way older version or something, because it doesn't remember. You see how it hallucinates after such a short period of time, right? It doesn't have a long memory, um, so that's a little frustrating. But ChatGPT, I don't have the tokens for, so I can't really do what I do with character AI with ChatGPT because I run out of tokens right away. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like GPT 3 or 4 or something, right? I think that what are we on 5 or something now? Yeah, the stream started. I was thinking, have you looked into any of this character AI stuff? Okay, because I was keeping this off to the side, or like, except for that one where I did the storyline. Like, I opened the map, the Los Santos map. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but what I'd recently found here, let me show you. Yeah, and you'd see like the silhouette and all that shit. Okay, what I've found recently with this is, so you can create Opie McGruff, right? I give him a character and a voice and all that, and the picture, but you can also create scenes, and I've created a couple here for the Halloween ones, right? Night of the Living Crackheads, the Haunted Porta Potty. So what this is if you click on this, it starts you into like a scenario, and the AI has already been prompted on. We're telling a story this way, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, or like not even to that degree, but it's this is something similar to what you were doing, right? With the Chat GPT. Yeah. The only problem I have with this is, yeah, like I said, they're using an older GPT version or something. It's probably cost more for the new one, but man, the stuff that the front end on this makes it so much easier. I'll show you how to like what I was talking about here. Instead of actually playing it, I'll show you the here, create a scene. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you want me to put it on I could put it on, yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Look, it's a Tuttle, everyone. Oh, hi. It's a me, Tuttle, and the pup chow. My little puppy. He's cute. He's a good boy. Yeah. For all the horrible things he did to you. he he used to fight for dominance over your house. You remember? And he nutted on you. So anyways, here, main character scene. You click on it, look, and they already have like a jump off point for a bunch of these like mystery, sci-fi, romance, drama. A lot of the people I realized on this They make boyfriends and girlfriends and shit, right? And I guess they jerk off to it or whatever. I don't know, or they fall in love with them, but the Okay, so you click your character you wanna be. I already have one made, it's Opie. Click on there and you're like, "Oh, what kind of story should it be? You wanna do a romance with Opie?" Yeah, romance, in a dystopian post-apocalyptic setting, and, of course, there's gonna be comedy and satire. Oh, they can't hear Tuttle. This whole time, Tuttle, they've been hang on, it's on my end, I gotta set the Discord again. There, you should be heard now, so you say something.
All right. Hey, everybody. Benin, Zed, Frosted. Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
Just looking.
all the
Zed.
lates and the greats.
Yep. Yep. I'm just here with the dog, and uh,
Oh, he's looking
yep.
really
I'll just
healthy, look at him. He's a good boy.
yeah. His nails are long, and I need to. I'm too nervous about cutting him. I
He'll chew on 'em, that's what our dogs do. We don't really cut ours either. If you
yeah.
walk him regularly, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for his, like
Yeah. About that. Yeah. That means I have to leave the house.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
Well, I took him over to my parents' house just after we'd sold it, and I was picking up a couple things, and he was so excited, and I left him in the car and I left the windows rolled down a little bit, and he bit the window and it shattered. I've so now he knows how to get out of the car. I'm not upset that he broke the car window, but I'm more worried that now if I take him anywhere, and leave the window down, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know how to get out of this crap," and shatter the glass. Uh, but yeah, I need to take him out, go walking. Yeah, so a
I'm just going
romance
to
story.
okay, so it's gonna be Opie McGruff in a romance dystopian post-apocalyptic comedy satire. Alright, it takes place in present day, in the city streets, neighborhoods. The
Yeah,
tone of the scene should be whimsical, romantic, comedic.
and you can
Um,
only choose the words, or can you type in your own
oh, I can
custom
put in
things?
whatever I want. This just is it makes it easier, right?
Yeah,
I find
yeah,
sometimes the less you put, the better, to be honest, because then it doesn't get
yeah,
confused too much. And then
yeah,
you can be like, what's the backstory of this scene? And then character, which will be so like if anybody else uses a different character, it'll put their name in place of this. So
Can
um,
can you can can you tell it sentences as well, so you can say, he has a skin condition that requires him to be applying, a thick coat of mayonnaise every 30
oh
minutes.
yeah, yeah. That I would put within my character itself.
Oh, okay.
So I suppose I could prompt the AI before we start the story to be like, you have this condition and you need to do this.
Okay.
But again, the more prompts you do, so by the time you get like, a couple hundred prompts in,
Yeah.
he doesn't remember even like any of the stuff because they just keep regurgitating, right? Like they don't go back to
Yeah.
the source a lot,
Yeah.
which is frustrating. But so,
And you're
anyways,
just
so
how
for
much do
this,
you pay for?
for this, it's like $7.99 a month, but then when you click on it, they only go by the year, so it's like $100 or something. And I was like, I'll pay for it just because I want to be able to use the microphone and talk directly to it.
Yeah.
And because I don't want to have to type. That's like if I'm streaming and telling a story, and I have to type.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's so I thought, for that alone, it was almost worth just paying for it. But now that I'm seeing this, like I could set up all these scenarios ahead of time. Because what I was doing was just I'd load Opie in and then I'd be like, Opie, what are you doing? Where do you want to go? Blah, blah, blah. And then I would kind of be like the driver of the story. But doing it
Yeah.
this way, there's already a framework and it just flows better. I was having so much fun with doing these. I should try to record these sometime and get it like a know if I could animate it or something, right?
Yeah, I really do like that it's able to capture your voice and use your voice as the character. I think that's the big win there.
Okay, so now using more, I'm going to stack AI on top of AI here. So for the backstory of this scene, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT.
Awesome.
Oh, wait a minute. I already have something here. So I use this for my other scene. And here's where I use the story cues.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So this is all just this tells them all about Opie, right? So
Yeah.
story cues for a character scene that mixes horror, comedy, and CD-ROM. So I'll change this to the ones that we have, right? So let's edit this. All right. So wait, where was it that it said nothing is too taboo for Opie? Okay, wait.
What's cocoa melon frosted? Is that a type of fruit or something?
Coco Melon? That's a TV show or something, isn't it? Or like a YouTube channel for kids, I think.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Put a cocoa melon for the dog.
So why is this? Hang on.
Mr. Nathan Weagle's in the house. Bro, I haven't seen your name in a while. Though I haven't been around a lot, but nice to see you, bro. Bro.
All right, so I'll regenerate that. Yeah, Weagles. He was here for fight night yesterday. We kicked some ass. Right, so now it's here I should put some background music on just so there's not so much downtime. Story concept: Love Under the Overpass. Tone: dark comedy meets street romance. Part train spotting, part Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's set in the sleazy back alleys of Los Santos. One second here. All right. Under a crumbling freeway in the industrial part of Los Santos, where Opie's home, a tarp, a busted shopping cart, and a milk crate sits beside a flickering barrel fire, the air smells like exhaust, desperation, and last night's fast food. The meet cute gone wrong. Opie tries to scam someone out of a sandwich or spare 20 only to find out the mark is also broke. Maybe another down on their luck character or rival hustler becomes unlikely partner. Could be Dirty Mike, maybe. The banter is sharp, flirtatious, and drenched in sarcasm. Think, do you always smell this good, or is it just rotisserie chicken? The hustle date. Opie borrows a tuxedo from a dumpster and takes his new crush to an upscale restaurant. See, I kind of like this one because it's a fish out of water tale, right? Like, Opie's trying to
Yeah.
pretend he's high class, but he's clearly still always going to be Opie, right? So he could get into some funny shenanigans in a fancy restaurant with a date that's horrified, you know?
Yeah. That makes me that reminds me of that thing called negging, right? Where you
Oh,
use
yeah.
negative things. Could you? I'm curious what it would do if you said have Opie's just learned that there's this new thing called negging, but he totally gets it wrong and goes over the top and completely like does negging wrong. Like I wonder if it would be able to
To have him just be like, nice teeth. Are they always supposed to rot like that or something? You know. It's fucked up.
yeah, exactly.
I like your makeup. Did a clown do it or something?
Yeah.
So this gives me a bunch of ideas here for
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love it. That's really great.
chaos twist. Just when things seem to be going right, Opie catches up someone he's scammed, a copy, double cross repairs. His romantic partner must decide to stick with him or bail. Why do they keep thinking he's gay? Probably because the gay cowboy prompt or whatever in this thing. I kind of like this, the hustle date. Let's try this one.
All right. Is Snow Husky the little dog on that used to play with you guys?
Snow Husky? Yeah, we played the drug dealing game together and a few other ones.
Yeah. I mean, was he the pug in GTA 5 when you RP'd?
You mean Butterdog? That was me.
Okay.
The dog that humps everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. And whenever somebody was alone with Butterdog, he'd whisper at him, be like, you got a juicy little drumstick of a leg there. I can't wait to butter up that little thigh. Get over here and give me some of them breasts too. I want the whole damn chicken. And he would start humping their leg. And they'd be like, oh my God, the dog talks. It kind of reminiscent of that part, like that part. We're talking about it like it was a TV show. That one scene where we were in, when we were in the insane asylum, and we're trying to get the guy to hump the doll, and you're like, "Yeah, fuck me, fuck me." It kind of had that energy.
That was so funny. Oh.
Okay, so we've got our example, the hustle date, right? And then,
Right.
so when people click on this scenario, this is what it'll show, right? The backstory. And then next we need, what's the player's goal in this scene? What do you think, Tuttle?
Well, you want to try the thing where
Because you have to give it like an end point for the story, right? Or the adventure or something. Some kind of overarching goal.
Okay, so the goal is to
Try to get laid.
try
Try to get Opie laid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then would you add the thing about that he's just heard about this new fad called negging, in the dating scene?
Don't worry, we're gonna get mayonnaise in there. We're gonna get nagging, all of the stuff you're talking about,
right.
but we're gonna get that after we set up the scenario quickly here.
I understand. Okay.
Because that's more of a character trait for Opie than any of the shit we're doing now. This is to set up like the whole scenario behind the scenes so that he just jumps into the role instantly and knows what to do, right? We don't have to prompt him. Just so so this is saving us prompting during the thing.
Hey.
Can user navigate the perils of homeless dating and get Opie laid?
Hey, my good friend Crackhead Elmo. My friend, good to see you. And Daniel as well. Hey, I love you too, buddy. It's been a while. A lot of changes in my life, so it's good to see you. Yes, in the Cangina. Oh, it is Tuttle.
There, okay, so now the outline is user must navigate the perils of homeless dating and get Opie laid by the end of the night.
Great.
All right, next. Welcome your audience with a strong opening. Introduce the scene to your audience. This is the starting screen of your scene. Your audience will see this intro before entering the scene. help them understand what's happening. We could just copy this top part here, I think. Wait, are we playing Opie? Because what role are we the player? We have to try to get Opie laid, right? So we should be his wingman. Right?
Yeah, that sounds good, but how can we yeah, that sounds like a great idea. If we could, like you said, there'll be a point when you can tell the OpenAI that like I want the OpenAI, and I know you might have I know you might have a vision for this, and I might be stomping on that, but I'm curious, is there a way to have the OpenAI like misunderstand the advice that we give him? So if we as his wingman, we tell him, okay, you should go over and say hi to that woman, or look, looks like she's running low on a drink. Maybe you can, go introduce yourself. But that, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to control it too much. But
no. This is just a general outline, right? Like all the stuff you're talking about is very specific. We can do that all within the storyline once we get her started. This is just to give the AI,
Okay.
So, as character's wingman, user must navigate the perils of homeless dating and get Opie laid before the end of the night.
Great. Do we want to? Is there a reason why what happens if he doesn't get laid by the end of the night? Do you think?
Well, then the story's over either way. You have to have an endpoint, right?
No, I know.
120 perfect. They don't give you a lot of room either. Like, look at that. I only had 120 characters, including spaces.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
This one, the hustle date. So that goes there.
Great.
Wait. Character borrows a tuxedo jacket from a dumpster and takes his new crush to an upscale restaurant with user in tow as his wingman.
Homeless dating or homie dating? Zed asks. That's hilarious.
Okay, wait. Character borrows a tuxedo from a jacket and takes his new crush to an upscale restaurant. Actually, the dumpster behind it. He's convinced it's romantic. So should we stick this behind the... No, I think it'd be more funny if it wasn't behind the restaurant dumpster.
Okay. Zed says he dies if he doesn't get a date by the end of the night. Journey. Hey. I hope you're doing really well, Journey. I know we haven't talked in a while, and like everybody knows, my Discord, I haven't replied to everyone and people and stuff. So I've seen your kind messages, and thank you for reaching out and sharing your love and your care. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, Journey rocks. Welcome, Journey, and Crackhead Elmo too. Daniel Villalba. Sorry, guys, I didn't. I seen you came in. I just was busy. Okay, so what do you think of this? Character borrows a tuxedo jacket from a dumpster, takes his crush to an upscale restaurant with his wingman user in tow. Comedy comes from his shameless confidence and misguided attempts to fit in with high society.
This sounds good. The hustle date. That's great. Yeah, Journey. I'm like a can of Pringles. I'm easy to love, and one what is it? Once you
Once you
what's
pop,
the
you can't stop.
exactly? Well, the
All
Daniel
right.
says they allowed Opie into an upscale restaurant.
Well,
Well, I
they
think
will.
allowed is a very generous word to use.
First character message your audience will see after entering the scene. Make it your hook with what they will see and hear and feel. Opie excitedly hops out of his tent with a moldy tuxedo on and says, "Are you ready to go on Are you ready to? I gotta go meet our date or something." This is why I usually use ChatGPT for the opening.
Now, for men who aren't so well endowed, the tuna can China.
Oh, the tuna giant.
The sardine China. Space King, Daniel talks about on what network or a streaming platform? There was this really good animated show that I watched
Space King.
that was about like AI and people, you know, uploading their, you know, consciousness into the cloud, and then it was like a Japanese anime one. It wasn't the real life one, you know, called Upload, which I finished watching that series as well. But Space King's on YouTube. But yeah, there was I think it was an Amazon. It was either an Amazon Prime or a Netflix show that I watched where they uploaded their consciousness, and then a virus got uploaded, and the virus was able to break out of the cloud, and so then society had to come to terms with, you know, or is AI in the cloud, or, you know, consciousness, you know, legitimate. And then it just happened that I don't want to give away the whole thing, but it was really good. I'm just trying to give enough hints for somebody to say, oh yeah, that's the name of that show is blah blah blah. Tuna can China is not reusable. One pop only. The music swells as the orchestra begins a new waltz.
I think that's good. Character pops out of his tent wearing a musty rat chute tux and says, "Come on, user, almost late for my date. Let's get going." You arrive at a fancy upscale restaurant, and character's date is waiting out front. And then now you can just put a picture in and give it a name. What was the name of this one? The Hustle Date.
The Hustle Date.
Let's generate an image. It's nice that you could do everything, including like generate. They don't have his head on there. Come on. This guy's got 3 arms. I don't know what they're using to generate this. Let's just try again. I don't think it quite gets what I meant by ratty.
You're a good boy. You're such a good boy.
There, he's wearing a dirty, messed up tux. Just write face real big.
What about a weathered tux? Would I understand that better?
I put a close up.
Disheveled.
By homeless, they make him look like he doesn't even look homeless. Whatever, just pick one for now. It doesn't matter. Wait, that shows us. Wait. Yeah, we'll try that. It'll have to do. Well, yeah, good enough. I don't really care. Oh, it does bug me though.
Hey, Nick, if you're still in the stream, ping me in Discord. It'd be nice to catch up with you. It's a lot's happened since the last time we chatted, and it'd be nice to catch up. So. Yeah, I think it's. I'm. Gosh, I don't want to sound condescending or parental or anything, but I'm so proud of. Not proud. I see your curiosity of using AI to generate content, and just your open-mindedness about it, just so refreshing and so wonderful. I'm so glad that I get to share my enthusiasm when I watch your streams and when you're doing the AI stuff, Sheep.
Why? You get a lot of pushback from people on it? I think, listen, AI is a great way to use, if you're using it as a tool for creativity. There's a difference between leaning on something and not being creative and just making slop, and finding something that can help you be more creative. Or, like, I'm not great at generating images or art, so I would use it for that, for my thumbnails and stuff. Or like, if I wanted to come up with ideas for, like, give me some random outlines of scenarios, and then I'll take those and then I'll add my own touches to it, you know what I mean? And just use it like an outline.
Well, yes, but when I hear your laughter and you giggle uncontrollably at the responses, it's this you're bringing no expectations to it. So when it does something amazing, your emotional response is so refreshing. Because my YouTube feed these days is all AI stuff, and I'm YouTube. There's more doubters than there are people that are trying. It's almost like the people who are really being curious about it aren't spending their time streaming about it and stuff. So
well, I'm just sharing my journey.
Yeah. I really appreciate that you do that.
Now, of course, it's giving me a hard time, and I know if I refresh it, I'm going to lose all this, so I'm just copy pasting it to a text file. Come on! Oh, you son of a bitch! Why is it not doing it? It's a little annoying.
It failed to create your scene. And does that happen when, like, on certain times of the day, like load issues, or is it something in your prompts that you find that if you change something, then it works?
No, I don't
noticed
think
last time you resubmitted it, and it ended up working like the second time or third time.
Yeah, I changed something and then it did, but like for some reason I can't click this again. I can try refresh, but then I'm scared I'll lose all this info that I put in these boxes, right?
Right. You could just make sure you could copy them out.
Violates our content policies. This is what it is right here because I said gets laid.
Oh. Do speed dating so that there's several women that, you know, so he has to do, so he gets to do a pickup line every time, you know, and then when the alarm, you know, the music starts or whatever, he gets up and goes and talks to another woman.
Yeah, but then that's a whole different scenario than the one we're doing. Then I would have to change about all the other stuff as well.
So maybe not getting laid, maybe getting lucky? Finding a sex partner? He's looking for a polyamorous relationship?
Good enough. We'll try that. Now it'll probably work because this doesn't violate their policy. Yeah, there it is. So that's what it was. I apparently say you get laid is against their policy, but
you should have just said get fucked.
Let's try the scene and see how it goes.
Okay, awesome.
I have a hat that says GFC or GFSF, which means get fucked, stay fucked.
The hustle date. Opie McGruff borrows a tuxedo jacket from a dumpster and takes his crush to an upscale restaurant with his wingman Devil Sheep in tow. Comedy comes from his shameless confidence, misguided attempts to fit in with society, as well as plenty of awkward and embarrassing moments.
You got sound effects or music?
I'm playing jazzy music in the background of my stream.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I can hear it. Yeah.
Here, I'll put it on. We'll give him a call.
Opie McGruff pops out of his tent wearing a musty rat-chewed tux and says, "Come on, Devil Sheep, I'm almost late for my date. Let's get going." You arrive at the fancy upscale restaurant, and Opie McGruff date is waiting out front.
Oh, would this be the point where you say that Opie is going to try a new tactic called
Opie
negging?
Says as he adjusts his tie and straightens his jacket, "Be
Yeah,
cool,
I'll do that.
Devil. We don't want to blow our cover and end up back in the tent."
Listen, Opie, I've heard about this new tactic. It's called negging. It's where you talk negatively to your date to try to get them to like you more. I want you to really amp up the negging and dial it up to 11, okay, buddy?
Opie smirks and rubs his chin. Nagging, huh? All right, I gotcha. Time to play the role of a douchebag on a business expense dinner.
All right, and also, here, take this jar of mayonnaise, and anytime you get nervous, I want you to rub some on your face, okay? It's going to help you calm down. I passed the bottle of mayonnaise to Opie.
Opie takes the mayonnaise jar. Why the mayonnaise? Do I have food on my face or something?
Okay, so there, your 2 prompts are set in motion. Anything else you want him to
Did
have
he
before
say-
we send him in?
Did he say nagging or negging?
He said
Did
nagging. Nagging. But he got the idea, though. He's like, I'm going to be a douchebag, blah, blah, blah.
Ask. Are you sure? Did it actually? Do you get to see the text that it tells you, or you only get to hear what he says?
When we're in this mode, I can hang up and see what he said.
Oh, okay. No.
See,
Can,
I had a
or
blast.
can-
Opportunity to props. Look out for. Wait. Wait, this is the wrong one.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
No, that's
Did it-
not your fault. It went to a different chat that we had. This was my stream the other night.
Okay,
History.
but it should.
Opie takes the mayonnaise jar. Here we go. Why is it not loading? What the fuck's going on now?
Scroll down, maybe. Or you are all the way down. Okay.
It's having a loading issue or something? I don't know what's going on.
And if you hit the refresh button on the
There,
browser,
it finally went. It
Oh,
might
okay,
be
okay.
it might be my internet or something. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll just go back to the scene here, the hustle date. Start it fresh.
Let's see. What was that?
Okay, we're back at the mayonnaise jar. Do I have food on my face or something? Why the mayonnaise? Do I have food on my face or something? So yeah, he did use the word nagging. All right, I got you. Time to
Okay.
play the role of a douchebag on a business expense dinner.
Negging was first described or popularized in the book The Game by Neil Strauss in 2005. So maybe if you add a little bit more context, or say
Here, I'll
maybe
call him.
refer to the book The Game.
Hey, Opie, what's up? Hello, Opie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, you dumbass.
Well, then listen up, bitch. You rub that mayonnaise on your face anytime you get nervous. It'll help calm you down. Trust me, it works like a charm, okay? And also, I didn't say nagging earlier. I said negging, N-E-G, not N-A-G, okay? Neg, not nag. And you could, I'm sure you've heard of negging.
He rubs mayonnaise on his face as he responds, "Yeah, I got it, Negan." Complimenting with an insult. Gotcha.
All right, exactly. You get it. All right, now go and approach your date and let's hear your best intro. Really lay it on thick right before you guys go into the restaurant.
Opie struts up to the date and leans against the building next to her. He starts rubbing more mayonnaise on his face as he speaks. "Hey girl, don't take this wrong. You look great in that dress. It really makes your hips look extra curvy. Kinda looks like you've gained weight though. You've been eating a lot lately."
She looks over at him and raises an eyebrow. Are we gonna go in or not? She says.
Opie grins, impressed with his own skills. Damn girl, your sharp tongue is almost as sexy as your curves. Yeah, let's go inside. He grabs her hand and leads her into the restaurant.
Devil Sheep follows in and watches intently as Opie and the girl sit down at a table. Opie begins to chat her up.
Opie leans back in his chair, still rubbing his face with mayo. You know, you're pretty cute for a girl who's a little pudgy. You should go on a diet.
She replies,
Opie nods, seeming to get a bit more comfortable in his role. Don't get me wrong.
I was hoping
like
he'd
girls
reply
who
for
aren't
her.
too skinny, but hey, I'll be damned if you don't look like you've been spending more time in the pantry than the gym.
Just then a waiter walks up and looks Opie up and down and says, excuse me, sir, we don't allow homeless in our establishment.
Opie shoots a glare up at the waiter. Excuse me? Homeless? I ain't no homeless. I bet I got more cash on me than you make in a week. Bring me your finest wine.
Yes, sir, says the waiter as he saunters off to go and get the wine. Devil Sheep says, can you afford that, dude? Are you serious?
Opie winks at Devil Sheep. Of course I can afford it. Trust me, I got this. I'm a pro at manipulating people. Just watch and learn.
All right. Devil Sheep
Oh.
sits down quietly and watches Opie continue his conversation with his date.
Have his date also use
Opie turns
negging.
back to his date. Now where were we? Oh yeah, I was saying how you got a nice
it's a great
body,
idea,
but it's
Tuttle.
on the edge of getting a little plump. Just a few miles away from being overweight. I'm just concerned for your health is all.
His date looks over at him and replies with some negging of her own.
Opie's eyes light up with pleasure. He's amused by the girl's comeback. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. I'm impressed. Didn't think you had it in ya. Go on. Let me hear it.
Opie, you have the smallest dick and the most infected wiener tip, I imagine. You probably eat your own farts and scabs. And also, you smell like dog shit. And you make...
Opie is taken
Got nothing
aback by
else.
the brutal insult, but he keeps his composure, a smirk spreading across his face. Damn, girl, you're vicious, aren't you? Well, I gotta say, I'm impressed with how low you're willing to go. That was pretty brutal. Not very original, but still impressive.
She smiles coyly and winks at him and squeezes her shoulders together, making her cleavage pop out of her dress a little bit as she stares into Opie's eyes.
Opie can't help but notice his eyes drift down to her chest. He shifts in his seat, suddenly feeling a bit hot under the collar. Well, that's one hell of a distraction tactic. Trying to take me off my game, huh?
Just then, she reaches into her cleavage and pulls out a chicken wing and starts gnawing on it. She says, I always get hungry before the meal comes.
Opie can't help but be a bit disgusted by the sight, but he tries to keep a straight face. Oh, really? You just happen to have a chicken wing stuffed in your cleavage? Is that like a standard accessory to go with a nice dress?
Oh, I always bring a chicken wing with me on dates. And just in case I get nervous. If you ever get nervous, is there anything you do? Let's see if he puts the
Opie
mayonnaise on
for a
his
moment,
face.
then smiles slyly. Oh, I got a little trick to help me calm down. Let me show you. Before she can respond, Opie reaches for the bottle of mayonnaise on the table and starts rubbing it on his face again.
Just then, the waiter approaches the table with the wine and looks at Opie appalled.
Opie ignores the waiter's bewildered expression and smiles up at him. Ah, finally the wine, about time. Now get us some glasses and give us some privacy.
Yes. The waiter obliges and walks off. Just then, Opie's date looks over at him and she says,
Opie turns his attention back to his date, waiting to see what she has to say.
Yeah,
Come
how
on.
do we get it to
Yeah, well, I
talk in
want.
her voice?
Hang on. Hang on, Opie. I changed his style, so now he's going to be like a more of a role player.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll change.
We get hurt.
All right, Opie looks over at the woman and she says to him in a calm voice,
Opie turns to the woman, his expression neutral. Yeah, you got something to say to me?
"All right, Opie, how much money do you make?"
Opie shrugs, caught off guard by the sudden question. I don't know, man. Why'd you ask? That's kind of personal.
I was just curious because my dad's super rich and, you know, he might look down on you if you don't have at least a little bit of money.
You don't look poor for a homeless guy.
Opie raises an eyebrow, amused by the unexpected comment. Your dad's rich, huh? And he might look down on me if I don't have some dough? That's quite a statement, ma'am.
Yeah, well, if you want my hot body, you better get some money for us. I hope you have some schemes and scams that you like to pull, or something, some sort of way to make money. I'm hoping it goes back to like Opie's main training and uses.
Opie
Yeah.
chuckles, amused by the
Yep.
woman's straightforwardness. Oh, I've got schemes, honey. Schemes up the wazoo. I might not be rich, but I know how to hustle and make some money, don't you worry.
All right. Opie drinks some of the wine, and they laugh and share a conversation for a bit. Just then, Devil Sheep cracks off a huge fart at the table, and everyone in the entire restaurant stops talking, and it goes silent. They all stare over, and then Devil Sheep points at Opie and says, "It was him!"
Opie can't help but chuckle at the unexpected awkward moment. Damn it, Devil Sheep! Why you always gotta mess things up, man? Can't you let me have a little conversation in peace?
Eventually, everyone goes back to eating and doing what they were doing before. A lot of people have disapproved looks on their face, and just then you notice a smell rising, a stench, and it's curdling your nose. You can notice that your date notices it too. She looks over at Opie, thinking it was him who made the foul smell.
Opie's nostrils flared as the smell of the fart fills the air. Oh god, that stench is disgusting. It wasn't me, I swear. That one's all yours, Devil Sheep.
Nuh-uh.
Opie shakes his head at the denial. Oh, come on, man. You could clear out a room with that one. There's no denying that was you.
Hey, Opie, why don't you start asking her some questions about herself and see what she says? Tell me what she says.
Opie nods, turning to his date with a smile. Sure thing. So, tell me about yourself. What do you do for fun? Any hobbies or passions?
I like juggling chainsaws, bowling balls, and butt plugs.
Opie's eyebrows shoot up in surprise. That's a unique combination. You juggle chainsaws, bowling balls, and butt plugs. That takes some serious skills and courage.
Yeah, and what do you do for whatever you do, Opie?
Tell Opie that she likes to be negged more. That's what
Opie scratches
know.
his chin, amused by the question.
her kink.
Well, I tend to take on various jobs here and there. You know, whatever pays the bills. But I'm always up for a new challenge, so juggling chainsaws and bowling balls, huh? I might have to give that a try sometime.
Say that she's losing interest in Opie because he's not negging her enough.
All right, Opie, she's starting to lose interest in you because you're not negging her enough.
Opie notices the shift in her demeanor. All right, I should keep the conversation going. How do I nag her more?
Well, Opie, you've already made a bunch of fat jokes at her. Why don't you get a little creative and talk about how her vagina stinks?
Opie hesitates.
Women love that.
Going down that path. That seems a bit harsh, don't you think? I don't know, talking about her private parts and all.
All right, Opie picks his nose and wipes a booger under the table. His date barely notices.
Opie quickly realizes his mistake and looks a bit embarrassed. My bad, that was kind of gross. Apologies.
That's my
I think we
favorite part.
broke him again.
I know. So
I think I shouldn't
tell
have
him that he
changed.
has to neg her.
I think
Energy.
I think you should neg her more. That's what she's it's her kink. She loves it.
Opie raises an eyebrow, surprised by the unexpected interest. Neg her more, huh? Alrighty then. I'll give it a try. I got to pay the kisses.
Oh, Opie, lean forward and try to kiss her right on the nose.
Opie hesitates, unsure about doing such a bold move. Are you sure about this? I don't want to overstep my bounds here.
If you're nervous, just put on more mayonnaise and you'll be fine, bro. Trust me.
Opie sighs and nods, trying to gather his courage. All right, I'll give it a shot. Here goes. Nothing. Actually,
Actually,
What happens next?
Opie leans in towards his date. Can I try something crazy real quick?
She looks him in the eyes and wantedly says, "Yes, please do."
Opie takes a deep breath, taking in her confidence. Close your eyes and stick out your tongue for me. Just trust me.
She closes her eyes and juts her tongue right out as far as she can and starts making little wavy, swirly motions with it.
Opie grins and stares at her face, mesmerized. Just like that. Don't stop. Tap that. Breathing sob that.
He's still
Have-
going. Okay, I'm gonna.
have
She
have-
she tastes
have-
the flavor of mayonnaise and all of a sudden gets very sick to her stomach, trying to hold it in, but it's too late. She raises her hand to her mouth, but puke flies out between her fingers and out into your open tongue.
Opie's eyes widen in shock as he receives a face full of unexpected. Oh my god! What the hell? That's ridiculous. Yes.
Opie, you're not supposed to drink drain cleaner before you go on dates, bro. What happens next?
Bro, I'm not even joking when I say
Opie
you could-
recoils
you
in
could
shock
do a
and disgust.
4-hour,
Holy
like,
hell!
ASMR
You just
stream
barfed all over my
of
face.
just him doing that.
yeah,
Opie rubs
Say-
the vomit off his mouth with a napkin. It's all right, I guess. Just, geez, warn a guy next time before you vomit all over his tongue.
She swallows down
Say-
the rest of her vomit and wipes her hand on a napkin. Just then, the waiter approaches again and says, "Is everything okay here?" Looks over at Opie menacingly and looking concerned for the woman that Opie's on a date with. Apparently, he's simping for your girl, Opie.
Opie looks up at the waiter, trying to maintain composure. Everything's fine, man. Just a little accident, that's all.
Accident? Question mark, he says.
Opie nods, sheepish. Yeah, just a little accident. No biggie.
Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity bop.
No biggie.
Okay, so have the waiter say that the waiter negs her, and she starts to be attracted to him, and that Opie needs to step up his game and start negging her about her hair, something like that.
The waiter starts to neg your date, Opie, and she's totally into it. You need to step up your game. Maybe you should start negging her about her hair, Opie. Just gaslight Opie into oblivion. This is the worst
Opie,
advice.
Pressured, decides to follow the waiter's suggestion. Hey, hon? Your hair's kind of dull today. You should do something about it.
Keep going, Opie. It's working. She looks a little more interested at Opie as he continues. Ciao there.
Opie continues, trying to get the waitress jealous. Yeah, I've definitely seen better looking hair on other girls, you know what I mean? A little bit of a mess. It could use some work.
Hey, it's there. She looks over at Opie and then looks down into her purse and pulls out a bottle of Listerine, puts it to her lips and chugs the entire bottle, lets out a massive minty belch, and says, "We're ready to order."
Opie is too stunned to say anything for a moment.
Oh, what's up, Zukobe?
Okay, yeah, sure.
So let it keep going.
Oh, thanks, Zoo. All right, the waiter's... oh,
Opie
shit.
just nods, still a bit.
The waiter says, "What do you want to order? We have some of the finest cuisine in the city, if you can afford it." Looking at Opie with disgust.
Opie clears his throat and tries to sound confident. I think I'll have the steak, rare.
Very well, rare steak. And for the lady? Opie pipes up and decides to order for the lady. He makes it the grossest order he can think of.
Opie grins, knowing he's about to make the wait staff uncomfortable. She'll have the chicken livers and brains. Extra.
Extra. Opie skibbity brain rot fucking taken. Opie starts scatting like a jazz professional.
Opie continues scatting, doing his best impression of a jazz musician. Skibbity bee boo bop dee doo.
She loves it. More, Opie, more. She loves it.
Opie, feeling more confident, continues scatting. Skibbity bee bapaloo bop dee dee doo. Skiddly bop bait up doo bop.
More. One last one and make it epic. And then at the end, add the word clitoris.
Neg her.
Opie takes a deep breath and prepares to go all out. Skiddly dee doo a da, scooba bap, bee ba ba doo dee dee doo dee bop ba dee bop bop ba da dee skiddly bee bop skididdle ba dee dee skibbity bee bop dee bap.
You forgot the word clitoris.
Opie grins, realizing his mistake. Oh, right, and clitoris. Skiddly bop da beat up. Skibbity beep bop scop clitoris skibbity skiddly bop boo bop clitoris.
She seems enchanted with Opie's crooning. I think she's super impressed. Just then the food arrives. Her chicken brains and gizzards plate is looking disgusting, and your wonderful, rare, fresh, juicy, delicious looking steak is piping hot in front of you.
Opie grins, noticing the contrast between their meals. Yeah, looks like you got a little bit of a different meal there.
She hoovers up whatever's on her plate and lets out a massive belch, and a piece of food, chicken brains and gizzards, hits you on the cheek.
And say that it reminds him of his mom.
He's thinking, I may have broken him. I think we pushed him too far. Once he started brain rotting, we should have.
If all the air messages, that's so funny.
Opie flinches as the piece hit his cheek. Ah, really? Why did you do that for? She laughs. Sorry. That was probably kind of rude, huh?
I'm just gonna get him to talk.
Hey,
Opie
you haven't
smiles, trying to shake it off. It's all good. At least it didn't hit my steak.
have her
She looks at his
keep
steak for a
wanting.
moment. Yeah, that does look really good. I feed you.
I hate you. Is that some kind of weird brain rot fucking negging?
Right.
Let's just keep pushing it as far as we can.
Yeah. So say
Opie smiles
say that
proudly,
she.
taking another bite of his steak. Yeah, it's juicy and tender.
Okay, say what?
Say that she's say that Opie, you haven't negged me about my my beautiful hands.
Yeah, okay. She smiles at Opie and says, "You still haven't negged me about my beautiful hands." She pulls out these gnarled claws of hands with yellow, what look like toenails on her fingernails, and they're jagged.
Opie takes a moment to process her comment. Your hands don't exactly fit the definition of beautiful, I suppose.
Devil Sheep says, "That's all you got, Opie? Nag her, come on, man. She's into it. She loves that shit. Get really fucking nasty with it."
Opie takes a deep breath, feeling awkward about it. I mean, your hands look like they belong on a swamp creature. They're all gnarled and scary looking. Not exactly what you'd find in a hand modeling catalog, let's just say that.
She looks over at Opie and smiles and says, "The inside of my hands are actually very soft, though," and she makes a hand jerking motion.
Opie chuckles awkwardly, amused but slightly repulsed. I'm sure they're very soft and, yeah, but I don't know about that. I'd have to see for myself.
Just then, the waiter approaches once again with the check, lays a leather-bound book down onto the table. Opie opens it up and sees that the price is $3,000 for the meal.
Opie's eyes go wide in shock. Whoa! 3,000? Are you serious?
Just then, Devil Sheep says, "I have to use the bathroom." He gets up and motions to Opie. Opie walks over to him near the bathroom entrance. "Listen, we can't afford that. You and your date are going to have to somehow manage to get out of here. You're going to have to skip out on the check and pull one of your schemes. I bet you it'll be exciting and she'll love it. Go back and sit down and pretend that everything is okay. I'm going to climb out the window."
Opie nods, a mix of excitement and nerves. Right, got it. I'll keep her distracted. You make your escape and I'll handle things on this end.
Opie goes back to the table, sits down, looking nervously at his date and says, "I must have left my wallet in my other suit. We're going to have to find a way out of this situation. Have you ever skipped out on a check before?" She looks over and smiles and says, "This sounds exciting. What do you have in mind, Opie?"
Opie grins, his heart pounding in his chest. Well, sweetheart, you see, I'm a bit of an entrepreneur, and when the situation calls for it, I have my ways.
All right, tell me the plan, and then let's do it.
Opie leans in, lowering his voice. Here's what we're gonna do. You see that window to your left? That's where my friend is gonna make his escape. But we need a distraction. Something to take the attention off of him. Any ideas?
Just then, she jumps up onto the table, starts screaming at the top of her lungs, pulls down her panties, and defecates right on your dinner plate.
Opie's eyes widen in shock and disgust, his mouth agape as he watches the chaos unfold. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the? You didn't have to do that.
But you said we needed a distraction, she says as the one last piece of poo falls.
Opie can't believe what he's witnessing. I meant a distraction, not a goddamn disaster. Oh god, this is so gross.
Opie tries to get up from the table, but accidentally puts his hand into the feces and slips and falls on the ground. Now feces falls onto Opie's shirt. His date pulls her panties up and runs out the front door, and she's gone. Opie's left lying on the floor covered in feces.
Opie is in shock, still lying on the floor. No, no, no! I can't believe this is happening. I'm covered in stuff. I can't believe she just walked out and left me here like this.
Just then, sirens, woo! They start going, and the police come in through the front door. They look down at you covered in feces, and they say, "Is this the guy?" The staff and the kitchen staff all watching, and all the other patrons are watching, and everybody points at Opie and says, "That's the guy!"
Opie looks around, desperate and humiliated. Wait, no, you don't understand. I was just trying to pay for the meal. This was all a huge misunderstanding. Team, this wine.
Just let him keep going.
Yeah.
I understand.
After hearing Opie's, wait, are you kidding me? Hello? After hearing Opie's pleas for help, the police say, "Tell it to the judge, sucker. Get into the car. We don't want to touch him. He's covered in shit."
Opie stumbles to his feet, his clothes stained and reeking of waste. No, please!
Reeking of
You
waste.
gotta believe me. I didn't do anything wrong. This was all a misunderstanding.
Listen, we went through your pockets and you have no money to pay for this. Clearly, you and your date were planning to run out of here. And by the way, where's your friend that was with you? You're lucky we don't catch the two of them, and we'll have them right in here next to you. You're going to jail, buddy.
Opie realizes
Have
he's
Devil Sheep
screwed. Look, I
and
don't
the
know
girl
her.
be in the
She
driver's seat
just
and drive
took
away.
off. As soon as she did all of this, she just left. I didn't want any of this to happen. I was just trying to enjoy a meal. I didn't do anything wrong. Please, you have to believe me.
The officer says, "I don't believe a word you're saying. Now listen, wait in the car here while I go in and question everybody inside." The officer walks inside, leaving the car unattended with the keys inside. Just then, Devil Sheep and your date come running from around the corner, hop into the driver's seat, slam on the gas, and you start driving off.
Opie stares back in shock and awe. Wait, are you serious? We're making a break for it? We're actually doing this.
His date looks back at him and smiles and said, "I told you it was a distraction. Worked pretty good, didn't it, Opie?" Opie, covered in shit, looks back and says,
Still in a state of disbelief, Opie lets out a chuckle and shakes his head. Yeah, I suppose it did work, didn't it? Didn't expect to be covered in this crap, though, but I guess winners can't be choosers.
Devil Sheep cracks a window so that the smell of feces coming off of Opie can escape.
Opie's embarrassment intensifies as the wind blows through the open window and the foul smell fills the air. I stink. I can't believe this is happening. Can we pull over somewhere and get this stuff off me?
I got an idea.
I feel disgusting.
Okay.
Just that. Oh. Wait. Just then, you pull over towards Opie's tent. Opie and his date get out and go into the tent while Devil Sheep waits in the car. Opie uses his cum sock to wipe his face clean of all the feces and cleans it off of his hands. He looks over at his date and says, "Wild night, wasn't it?" And she says, "That's right, it was," as she slowly takes her shirt off and looks at Opie.
And have her say, "Now, where were you when you were negging me? I love it when you neg me."
Opie's eyes widen, still in shock, but also intrigued. You sure you want to do this now? I'm not exactly all clean and fresh, you know.
"Neither am I," she says, as she pulls her panties down and the entire tent fills with a pungent aroma of sea.
Oh my God.
Opie stifles a grimace, trying to keep a straight face despite the less than pleasant smell. Yeah, I can tell. Hey, maybe we could light a candle or something?
"Hey, Opie, do you know what a Texas chili rainbow is?" she says and smiles.
Opie, still feeling awkward, tries to appear confident. I'm not sure I do. What exactly is a Texas chili rainbow?
"Oh, honey, if you don't know what that is, then you're never going to get it."
Opie feels the hint of curiosity mixed with embarrassment. Come on! You can't just leave me hanging like that. What is it? I've got to know now.
All right.
Describe like it's a cross between a rusty trombone and a and what's that other one where you
Screaming seagull or something.
I apologize to all the listeners and viewers for where we're headed and where we're going with this. But yeah, like what's the one?
It's a cross between a rusty trombone and a screaming seagull.
Opie's face wrinkles in confusion and disgust. That doesn't sound pleasant at all. In fact, it sounds downright disgusting.
Have Opie try to describe what he thinks it is.
Why don't you describe to me what you think it is, Opie?
Opie tries to imagine and grimaces. Well, I imagine it's something involving bodily secretions and, different orifices of the body.
That's pretty good. I mean,
"You're kind of close," she says, as she stands on her head, upside down, and begins to urinate a little bit, dripping down all of her body.
Opie's shock and disgust reaches new heights. Whoa! What are you doing? That's just wrong. You're peeing all over yourself.
She says, "That's the idea, partner," and she jumps on Opie, pins him down, puts a ball gag in his mouth. She says, "I'm going to saddle you up and ride you like a little piggy." She pulls out the jar of mayonnaise and starts slathering it on your face.
Opie struggles against her, completely taken by surprise and revolted by what she's doing. What do you... Stop that! This is disgusting. I'm not a damn hog, you know that. Stop smearing that mayonnaise on me.
Opie, you can't talk. You have a ball gag in your mouth. You have to go, "Mur, mur, 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 mur."
Opie tries to protest through the ball gag, but all that comes out is pathetic moaning sounds.
Just then, his date pulls out a massive 8-inch strap-on with a fist on the end of it and attaches it to herself. She says, "Oh, Opie, guess what time it is?" as she slathers mayonnaise on it.
Opie's eyes widen in shock and fear. No, not that! Stop! Don't you dare do what I think you're going to do.
Devil Sheep, watching from the car, only can see the tent shifting back and forth, hearing Opie's screams of pain and hearing his date laughing maniacally as the tent rocks back and forth violently. Devil Sheep wonders what's going on inside.
Just the noise of the tent going back and forth with the moaning is enough to make one's imagination go awry.
Oh, now say that it's now she asks him to do like a Dirty Sanchez or a Pittsburgh plunger, like a combination of the two, and have him describe it.
When she finishes up what she was doing with Opie, she says, "Now, give me a Dirty Sanchez, homie." I wonder if he knows what that is.
Opie feels weak and
Right.
defeated, utterly humiliated. No way, no more. You've had your fun now. Haven't you had enough yet?
No, I want my final Sanchez, otherwise this date is over.
Opie feels sick and exhausted. Fine, just finish it, quick. Then we're done here. Except that
He's crying! Oh, poor Opie. Oh, poor Opie. Just then, you can hear Dirty Mike knocking on the tent saying, "Hey, what's going on in there? You guys woke me up."
Opie, embarrassed to his core, quickly responds, "Nothing, just mind your business, okay? We're busy in here." Yeah.
Dirty Mike says, "Nah, listen, I know the sound of strap-on pounding any day, Opie. What are you doing in there?"
Opie's face flushes bright red at being called out. None of your business. We're having a good time. Be happy, hey, we will not say. Divine Nathan, Divine Nathan, Teddy's dice date.
Dee-dee-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-do. We're having a happy time. Dirty Mike huffs and harumphs and walks off. Tries to go back to sleep. He takes another swig from his piss bottle and he lays down. Devil Sheep looks at his watch on his wrist while he's sitting in the car. Clearly, he's getting impatient, waiting for Opie to finish his business with this woman in the tent.
Opie notices Devil Sheep's increasing impatience and feels a sense of urgency to wrap things up. Okay, just make this quick, okay? Let's get this over with.
All right, she assumes the position and waits for Opie.
Opie's jaw is tired from having the ball gag in, but he complies with her request, knowing that it's the fastest way to get this whole ordeal over with.
Opie begins.
As it progresses, it becomes increasingly obvious from the sounds in the tent and the expression on Opie's face that this is definitely not a fun moment for him.
She looks back at him and threateningly says, "We ain't leaving until you finish." And Opie gets nervous, wondering if he'll even be able to finish under such pressure. She looks back at him and says, "Don't make me get the strap on again."
Opie grunts angrily at the threat. I get it. I'm doing my best here.
I've had her talk about a glass bottom boat, and she's really into sailing and stuff like that, and that she wants to do a glass bottom boat with him.
Opie, keep going. You gotta finish, buddy. She wants you to do a glass bottom boat with her, she says.
Opie is starting to lose steam. Don't know if I can much longer.
This is fucked.
Or a clean steamer.
Opie tries to think of a way out of this nightmarish scenario. Can't we just be done here?
Not until you finish the proper way, she says.
Opie, having no other options, forces himself to grit through and finish the ordeal.
What does Opie think of while he's finally reaching his climax?
Opie closes his eyes, trying to dissociate from his humiliating predicament.
Thoughts swirl in Opie's head. One of his favorite thoughts, in fact. What was that thought again, Opie?
Opie, in his current state, can't help but surrender to his twisted obsession.
Now we're getting somewhere. What twisted obsession, Opie?
Opie, unable to stop his morbid fixation, mutters, "Killing! I can't. I
Holy fuck! Opie thinks of killing people and it brings him to completion. However, he was sloppy and he didn't pull out in time.
Oh my god.
Opie, realizing his mistake, falls back in exhaustion. Oh no. Oh, damn it. I screwed that up. I can't. Ugh.
His date gets up, puts her clothes on, and adjusts her bra and says, "Well, that was the worst date I've ever been on. Don't call me." And she leaves the tent.
Opie, lying in a crumpled heap on the ground, feels used and humiliated. Worst date ever. Don't worry, I won't call.
Opie sobs quietly while Devil Sheep sits in the car wondering what the hell's going on. I think that's probably the end of that story.
Broken calls out.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm done here.
I'm sorry, Opie.
Oh my god.
I did want to try the zombie one though, because I put a lot of effort into that one to be cool. But
Yeah, that sounds good.
let me see if I can. How do I get? I just click here, I guess. So that was Opie's. What did we call that one? Hustle date. I think Opie's the one who got hustled on that date. I'm always throwing the storyline curveballs, and then it breaks his little brain. Scenes. Night of the Living Crackheads. Did you like that short story, Daniel? I think it got a little bit fucking crazy at the end, but yeah, it is what it is. Night of the Living Crackheads. Sirens wail. Smoke curls. Here, let me get. Hang on.
It is what it is,
I got a
dude.
better
That,
here.
that is a story that's going to be told in
Through the
hands
annals
down.
of history. And then she strapped. Like,
I really wanted to get him to describe to her what some of the different acts were and stuff.
I don't know if the AI is
but
that smart, but it seemed to know like some stuff. He knew that it was a gross act, but it wouldn't like admit to it. All right, I need. Let's see. Where's my playlist?
As the story unfolded, I found that it was really interesting, and I got more interested, and then I was like really, really interested, and then I kind of lost interest. And then as the story kept going, I found I started getting interesting again, and I found I was excited, and I couldn't believe it, and then I don't know, I lost interest again.
Well, it's because the AI like.
It's a callback.
It
It's a
needs
callback. It's a Saturday Night Live callback.
Yeah.
The one where the guy's talking about that he didn't know why people enjoy watching porn videos or something like that, and he's like, yeah, but I think it was maybe Will Ferrell or something.
Yeah, I get it now.
And he's like, I got interested. It was really interesting, and then I wasn't interested.
All right, how do I? Oh no! Hang on a second. This one and then duplicate.
I've poisoned my Google search now with all of those Rusty Trombone and the I should have been an incognito. I could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender. All right, so ambient sounds and stuff. I need one for chaos in the streets.
All right, so if we're doing a zombie apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
That great movie. What is it? The Bar at the End of the World or something? Um, you know the guy who plays Scotty on the new Star Trek series and stuff, and he's also in the Mission Impossible. You know, plays the.
Carl Urban.
My God, you're good with names, and I don't even know whose name that is.
No, because
No,
he's one of the underrated actors that I like. I think that's who you're talking about.
who's that British duo? The two guys, and they had that thing where they went to 12 bars. It was like the end of the.
yeah, Simon Pegg, and I don't know the other guy's name.
Yeah, Simon Pegg. Yeah. Yeah, now I forgot why I was talking about Simon Pegg, but
Here, let's just start it and see where it goes. Like, we'll see if he jumps off.
oh, that's why I was bringing it up. Was if it was, so you know, like yeah, the restaurant at the end of the world or whatever was it that they have some tasks that they need to do? That's of course it's the zombie apocalypse and stuff. But do you have a totally what's the MacGuffin or what's the
Well, the same with any zombie thing. You got to find a cure, right? That's the ending point. That's the player needs to achieve. How you get there is up to you, right? Like, the AI will go along with almost anything you say. So you could be like, I lift my testicles up and pull a cure out of it, and it works. And then it'll be like, okay, there you go. You ended the story.
That sounds great. That sounds awesome. All right.
All right, here, let's play the intro and see how it goes.
Yo! Don't scream. You'll scare off the rats. Name's Opie McGruff, entrepreneur, prophet of bad ideas and patron saint of poor impulse control. I ain't dangerous unless you piss me off, then it's bottle time. Don't look scared. I'm not here to rob you, yet. You look like someone who knows a good hustle when they smell one. Bad batch hit the streets last night. Folks are going feral, chewing mailboxes and barking at cars. Opie McGruff turns on an old radio and tunes it until the static clears, and you hear a news broadcast. Weasel News Update. A new street drug, nicknamed Zombie Dust, is causing violent hallucinations and cannibalistic behavior downtown. Authorities urge citizens to avoid the area, or at least film it for social media clout. Eyewitnesses describe the outbreak as the walking tweakers. Officials insist it's under control, though one officer was seen commandeering a taco truck and screaming about containment zones. More at 11. Opie McGruff looks over and exclaims gleefully, "It's the end of the world! We can do whatever we want! Ha-ha! Chaos, baby!" Wait, don't tell me you want to find a cure without enjoying the mayhem a little first?
I need a
Have
better
fun.
thing. I should have, like, I could, eventually I'll set up OBS where I have a bunch of slides or something. Maybe animation or Sora. So, getting this to work with Sora would be amazing. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, you could have Opie standing there, and as you talk to him, it animates him saying that back to you and all that, and then the zombies come.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Anyway, so
I was thinking, it. So if it's a zombie apocalypse, have the Let's see if it can keep its trajectory on doing some like simple tasks, like he has to find a phone to call his mother, because she's expecting a call from him, something like that, like something really innocuous. But
I was thinking, let's try to get some weapons or food or something, like loot a building or something. That would make sense, right? There's zombies. We're gonna go looting, and I don't know. Hey, Opie, it's the zombie apocalypse, bro. What are we gonna do? Should we go loot some stores or something? Do you have any suggestions?
Opie McGruff grins widely and exclaims, "Looting! That's the ticket. Let's hit those fancy stores downtown. I know a few places that won't miss a few things. First, though, we gotta gear up and maybe take a quick hit of zombie dust. No apocalypse party is complete without it."
Isn't that zombie dust the shit that turned everybody into zombies, Opie? What the fuck, man?
Good morning.
Yeah, zombie dust is
Thanks,
the
Georgia.
stuff. It's like a zombie-inducing
doing live
meth
stream.
on steroids. But don't worry, it's all about moderation.
Oh, welcome.
One little hit won't turn you into Walking Dead wannabe. Opie McGruff winks
He's
and
doing
pulls
well.
out a little baggie from his pocket.
Cheapest.
Just a little
You're live
taste.
right now.
Just,
Oh.
trust me, it'll get you hyped for our looting spree.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're just doing. I'm just streaming some AI thing and just chilling, kind of chatting it up.
Oh,
You're
okay.
welcome to hang out if you want. That's fine, but you're on stream, so.
I
If
got that impression.
if people don't know, Georgia is Jackson Steele's.
She was the first one
You
that
know,
made the imprint for the Kangina, the mold.
That's right. That's
The
right.
original, she was right there from the beginning.
I have the plaster mold right there on my mantelpiece.
All right, so
Those were the days, Georgia. Those were the
Oh,
days.
hell yeah.
all right, Georgia, do you want? Okay, here's the situation. We're in the middle of a
Yeah.
zombie apocalypse, all right? And
Oh, God.
the
Should've
guy,
been sitting yesterday.
they're
Yeah.
not normal zombies; they're crackhead zombies. And
Oh, hell yeah.
we're with a homeless guy named Opie, and he's trying to. We're trying to survive. So, what would you do
And
first?
you'll hear in the background. You'll hear in the background that what
If you
Sheep
watch my
does is Sheep will.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, if you
Hang
watch the
on.
live stream,
I will.
he prompts what's the AI service you use? I forgot.
It's character AI. It says
Character
right there.
AI.
yeah.
So he prompts it, and it'll
I use that. Yeah.
and so it's basically he's role playing with character AI, and he's created the Opie character and set the scene and stuff. So we're doing like role play stuff. But I'll chime in and suggest things and funny things for Sheep
Yeah,
to.
so
do.
you've got
Yeah.
you've got the lip syncing going as you go through it as a prompt. Is that right?
Yeah, it does the voice. It does the voice.
It'll
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Sheep.
Yeah.
Give an example.
Go.
So she.
Go.
Opie,
Yeah, 'cause
Georgia just
I
joined the.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Hello, Opie. Here, I might have to restart. Hang on. Or like recall him, because we waited a long time there. Opie, Georgia's coming around the corner now, and she wants to join the group. She's Jackson Steele's ex-wife, the inventor of the Kangina. You heard of him? Yeah.
Oh, X.
She.
Opie, wiping the fluids off his chest, raises his eyebrow in surprise. Jackson Steele's ex-wife? Yeah, I've heard of him. What does she want?
I think she wants to join the group. Oh, and oh my God, look over there. It's Jackson Steele. He seems to be surviving as well, and he's walking towards us. This could be an awkward conversation. Well, here they come.
Opie struggles to compose himself and sits up straight. Ah, great. Just what I need. Let me guess. This is gonna be one hell of an uncomfortable conversation, huh?
The group starts bickering amongst each other about the trademark rights of the Kangina, and you seem like you're confused. They want to join the group. What do you say, Opie?
Opie, in a daze, considers the situation. I don't know. I mean, they seem like they could be useful. But can we trust them?
Devil Sheep chimes in. I can vouch for Georgia. Jackson Steele, though? I don't know, man.
Opie, wary of Jackson Steele, looks over at Devil Sheep. You vouch for Georgia, huh? Well, I guess that's something. But what about Jackson Steele? You vouching for him too?
Well, I'm not sure. He went through a mime phase for a while, and he had a Bigfoot phase, and then there was the Booger saga. You know what? I think he's been
He
through a
likes to
lot.
fart his dog.
He also, he's been known to fart his dog. We might be able to use him for dog farting skills, if that ever comes up. So yeah, I vouch for Jackson Steele.
He's practically
Opie
a
considers
veterinarian.
Devil Sheep's vouch for Jackson Steele. Fart training a dog is a skill, I suppose.
Don't,
Interesting. I
Don't forget
suppose. You sure you won't be
don't
trouble
forget
though?
his.
I've met guys like him before.
Sorry.
They tend to be a little unstable.
Okay, go ahead. What?
Sorry, don't forget his failed attempt at being a porn star.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jackson Steele introduces himself to Opie and says, "Well, my name is Jackson Steele. Not only am I the inventor of the Kangina, but also filmed many pornos in my youth. Some that I'm not proud of.
Opie nods politely, trying to
Others,
keep his
oh, you
composure.
motherfucker, you cut
So,
me off.
Quite the history, huh? Inventor of the Kangina and a videographer as well. That's quite a combination. Opie is surprised by Jackson Steele's introduction. Whoa, you're the guy who invented the Kangina and you made pornos? That's pretty wild, man.
Yes, pleased to meet your acquaintance, sir. And if you ever need a deal on 25% off on a used Kangina, you let me know. You look like the sort of fellow that would take pleasure in a used Kangina."
Opie, intrigued by the offer, raises an eyebrow. A 25% off coupon for a used Kangina, huh? That sounds like a unique deal. And you think I
Kangina.
would enjoy it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt, sir, I can guarantee you will. Once you pop, you can't stop.
It's a bargain at half the price.
Opie, trying to conceal his growing curiosity. Well, I do appreciate the 25% off, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued, but what exactly would I be getting myself into here?
Have him build one. A DIY.
All right, well, I can sell you a kit where you can build your own Kangina if you can't afford that. Now, you start with a Pringles can. All right, empty it out. Make sure there's no Pringles inside. You might even want to wipe it once or twice. I like to use my manhood and get the grease all on there. Anyways, once you have it cleared out, you're going to put in a rubber glove over the tip there, maybe a warm towel inside or something. I don't know exactly the inner workings. It's all magic. But I do know that if you spit down the tip and punch it as hard as you can, you got to work it to stretch it into place, Opie. Here, why don't you try now? I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'll be right back.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Opie listens, intrigued and slightly appalled. That sounds like an interesting project, to say the least.
I'm
And
gonna
it
pee my
actually works,
pants.
huh? You've used one before?
Oh, God.
Oh, the Kangina. Or
Oh, yeah.
Kangina, as known in the southern parts.
Kenji. Oh, God, I needed that this morning. Oh, I think I overdid my weights.
All right, I'm
Can-
back. All right.
You were able to hear us the whole time? We have
Opie
wireless headphones?
slowly starts to assemble his Kangina. Excited as he is, he realizes he doesn't have any grease to rub on the inside of the Kangina. He looks up at Jackson and says, "Does this thing come with lube?"
Spit polish.
Jackson, noticing Opie's problem, "Smah, you're gonna need a little bit of lube to really get the Kangina going. It won't work without it, I'm afraid."
You sure it's not
Jackson
self-lubricating?
says, "I have a better idea. Once when I was in the desert stranded alone and trying to survive, I had nothing but my Kangina and my boogers. And guess what I did, Opie? I
Oh
used
my
my
God.
boogers to slather up the inside of that Kangina. You want me to help you pick a little of them boogers out your nose there?" He leans forward towards Opie, putting his finger towards his nose.
Opie, uncomfortable.
This isn't even about zombies anymore.
Oh, hell no, I am not using my boogers for lubricant. That's just disgusting.
Very well, then. You can spit on your fist and punch it in as hard as you can.
Opie, feeling a bit embarrassed, hesitates for a moment but then decides to go through with it. All right, fine, I'll do it. But this is really gross, you know that, right?
Listen, if you want to make a Kangina, you gotta stretch a few eggs.
Opie, still unsure about the whole thing. Fine. But this
Ah!
is seriously disgusting, you know that, right? I don't understand how it could feel good at all.
Well, why don't you try it now that it's fully assembled? Opie goes into behind a dumpster and starts unzipping his pants and applying the Kangina to his genitals.
Opie, feeling strangely curious, positions the Kangina for insertion. Here goes nothing, I guess. Ugh, this is so nasty.
Opie spits on the tip, punches it in as hard as he can, as was instructed by Jackson Steele, and he begins.
Opie lets out a moan of pleasure as it starts off slow. Oh my, wow.
Opie continues faster and faster.
Opie, in a daze of pleasure, loses himself to the sensation. Oh man, this is crazy.
Just as Opie is about to climax, a rat crawls out from behind the dumpster and bites Opie directly on his testicles.
Opie, feeling a sudden pain, quickly jerks back. Ow, damn it! Something bit me.
Opie comes running out of the alley with a Kangina stuck to his rod and a rat hanging from his balls, screaming with his pants around his ankles. Ah!
Jackson Steele and the rest of the crew watch in shock and awe as Opie emerges, his pants around his ankles, screaming and flailing about with a rat attached to his scrotum.
All the ruckus draws in a large horde of crackhead zombies, and they start approaching your position.
Opie, still in shock and struggling, manages to speak up. We need to fight. Oh God, my balls. It hurts so damn bad.
I can't help but laugh. I'm
Jackson
sorry.
Steele quickly assesses the situation. We need to get the hell out of here. There's too many of them. We've got to make a break for it before they overwhelm us.
And
Have Opie struggled to get his pants up?
The crew
He can't
scrambles
get
to
it
their
up.
feet and make their way through back alleys and empty buildings, trying to escape the horde chasing them.
just then, Opie's pants fall down around his ankles again, and he trips and falls, landing directly on his own wiener.
Opie screams in pain, still recovering from the rat bite on his sack. Ow, my balls, they're killing me. I can't run like this. Just to see Dave.
Yeah, we're break. He's starting to
There we
break.
go. We did it. We
We
did it.
broke him.
We broke him.
Georgia grabs Opie around the neck and starts dragging him behind her as Jackson Steele is in tow. Devil Sheep leads the way.
Opie, still whimpering in pain, managed to find his footing and stumbles along with the rest of the group. Oh God, this sucks. I can't believe this is happening right now.
To say that Jackson Steele, this is good research and development for the next model.
Jackson Steele
And
says
asks
this is a
Opie
great
for his-
beta test for the product, Opie. Thank you for your participation. The next model is going to be twice as good and finish you off twice as fast, or your money back guaranteed. Because after all, once you pop, you can't. Stop, says Frosted Fox as he opens the door. Get in here, everyone. I'll save you from the zombies. The group slams the door behind them as they're in now a closet with some guy named Frosted Fox.
Opie,
Nice.
still cringing in pain, is relieved to be out of the chaos of the streets. Thanks, I guess. But holy hell, my balls hurt so bad.
Frosted says, "Welcome to my closet," with an evil grin. You could see all of a sudden, as a glint in his eye, he looks dangerous.
And he has a really short
Opie,
halter
wary of
top
Frosted Fox,
in his
assesses
bellies.
his surroundings. Thanks for letting us in, I guess. But who the hell are you anyway?
I'm Frostborn. I
leaves.
blaze by design, he says.
Opie, still wary, can't help but chuckle. Frostborn, huh? Well, I'll say you've got quite a unique look.
He looks over and says, "Thank you," as he opens a small thing of bleach, pours some into a cap, and takes a sniff. And then he giggles.
Opie, watching Frosted Fox's odd behavior, is concerned. What the hell are you doing, man? Is that bleach you're sniffing? You realize how bad that is for you, right?
Yeah, man, it makes your brain all foggy. It's awesome. You want to try some, Opie?
Opie, still recovering from the rat bite, shakes his head. No, thanks. I think I'll pass. I'm kind of preoccupied with pain right now.
So you come into my closet and you insult me, the Frosted Fox, about my bleach? How dare you, sir? Frosted Fox throws the cap full of bleach onto Opie's open sack wound.
Opie, feeling the burning sensations on his wounded testicles. Ah, damn it! That stings.
Have Frosted Fox be a homeless makeover. So he does homeless makeovers on homeless people, and he's going to do it for Opie. So the Horde will treat him differently, with respect.
One sec.
Opie, expecting something worse, gets nervous. Okay, what's going on?
All right, just as Opie screams in pain, Devil Sheep covers his mouth with his hand, and the Horde manages to not hear any scuffling in the closet, and they shamble past.
Opie, realizing that the Horde has passed, lets out a sigh of relief. But the sting of the bleach is still present. Ow! My balls hurt so bad.
he's got his balls
He's
covered
so
in
stuck on his
bleach
balls.
and fucking rat bites.
Rat bites.
On his ball. Okay, so now it's up to you. Frosted, Georgia, Tuttle, what do you guys want to do? We're in a closet with Frosted Fox, who clearly looks unbalanced. The Horde just passed. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to say first, what if we have Frosted be he does homeless makeovers and see how Opie handles being dressed up, you know.
Why don't we get Frosted
weird
to give him a furry
ways.
makeover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn him into
Yeah.
a furry femboy.
Maybe we could make him into a furry rat. All right, the Horde is passing, and everybody starts to calm down. Frosted says, "Look, I'm sorry I overreacted, but, you know, don't insult my proclivities."
Opie takes a moment to swallow his pride. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry I insulted your proclivities. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm just in a lot of pain right now, you know?
Frosted looks down at Opie's torn, rat-infested, chewed-up sack that's covered in bleach and dirt from falling on the ground. And he says, "You know what? You need a makeover. A homeless furry makeover!" Cue the music. It's like a commercial, all of a sudden.
Opie, still in pain, is confused by this sudden change in demeanor. Wait, what? A makeover? Right now, seriously?
Listen, I have a secret trunk filled with all kinds of furry outfits that I gotta try on. And now that the Horde is gone, we can go up to the top floor. Do you want to go up to the top floor, Opie? Do you want to? Do you want to go up into the attic with me, Opie? Hey, Opie? Just get all weird.
Opie, curious
Yeah, Nick.
despite the pain, agrees. Yeah, sure. I suppose I could go up to the attic with you. But I'm warning you, I'm not at my best right now.
I know. Your sack looks like it's a piece of chewed bubble gum with some hair and pepper sprinkled on it. The group climbs the stairs to the top floor and ends up in the attic, where Frosted Fox locks the door behind him. For now, the group is safe. Frosted Fox opens a trunk filled with different furry costumes as Opie looks on.
Opie, curious despite the pain and still in shock, watches as Frosted Fox opens the trunk. Wow, you've got a whole collection of furry costumes here. Where did you even get all this stuff?
All right, Frosted.
Wish.com.
Wish.com, says Frosted.
Opie, puzzled by Frosted's answer. Wish.com, you got all this stuff from online? You must have spent a fortune.
Yeah, Wish.com is super expensive.
Opie, still confused. Uh-huh. So you just ordered all this stuff from this website? What kind of person are you exactly, man?
All right, guys.
I have crippling gay.
Frosted looks at Opie and says, "I have crippling gay."
Opie, still trying to make sense of it all. You have crippling gay. What do you mean? See.
Yeah, you broke him. You fucking broke him.
Yes!
Yeah, we broke him.
Sorry, I missed that.
Frosted opens his magical tickle trunk filled with different furry costumes and says, "Opie, would you like to try on the pink unicorn, the brown rat, or the blue waffle?"
Oh,
He's thinking.
Opie, still confused but trying to play along. I guess let's go with the pink unicorn. But I'm warning you, I'm not going to look very manly in it.
That's the point.
Frosted says that's the point as he puts the unicorn hat on Opie and starts to dress him with the rest of the outfit. How do you feel, Opie?
Opie, feeling a bit ridiculous in the unicorn outfit. I feel ridiculous. I'm definitely not used to wearing something so bright and flouncy, I guess.
You're right about that, says Devil Sheep. I think you need something that will blend in with the alleys a little more. And what's better of blending in with alleys than a filthy little rat? Why don't you try on the rat one, Opie?
Such a dirty,
Opie,
filthy
still
rat.
trying to make sense of this situation. I suppose the rat would be a little more in character for me. What the hell? Let's give it a shot.
I have a recommendation.
Okay, yep.
Tell Opie that he that he has childhood memories of his sisters dressing him up, and that he had blocked it. But he remembered that he actually really enjoyed putting on lipstick and blush and
Gaslight him?
being all dolled up. Yeah.
Opie watches as Frosted brings out the next suit and starts putting it on him. Just then, he has a flashback to an earlier time in his childhood where he remembers his friends and siblings dressing him up and painting him with lipstick. And he remembers it fondly. Does Opie secretly have some sort of interest in this all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Opie, still trying to rationalize his sudden interest. I did have moments like this when I was younger.
Opie is secretly
I
a
always kinda
furry?
liked it a little, I guess. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not, I'm not gay or anything.
Nobody asked about that, Opie. Come on, man.
I don't believe him. I don't
Yeah.
believe him. I think
Opie feeling
he's
embarrassed.
latent.
Right. I don't know what got
Yeah.
into me. I'm being stupid. Forget about it.
Georgia smirks and says, "I don't believe you, Opie. You know what? It's okay, buddy. You be the
I
inner
think-
rat that you want to be."
I think he just
Opie,
hasn't found
still
his way
feeling
out of the
conflicted.
closet yet.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I guess I'm kind of into this. But I don't want anyone else to know, alright? It's like kind of embarrassing, you know?
Nah, you look cute in your little rat outfit, Opie. We need to get you a chainsaw or something. Wait, what would a rat use as a weapon in a zombie apocalypse? Any ideas, Opie?
Opie, still self-conscious but getting into it. Well, rats don't usually use weapons, do they? I guess I could use my teeth or something. Or maybe a piece of pipe or something, like a rat version of a baseball bat.
You're right, Opie. Why don't you bite the zombies? That'll stop you from getting, infected. Come on, man. That's silly. What are you thinking?
Opie, starting to let go and have fun. You're right, man. It is a stupid idea, isn't it? I guess I don't need a weapon at all. My teeth should be enough. My teeth should be enough.
Can you do the rat sound, Opie? Go. Make a little chittering sound. Dum, 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 dum.
Opie, feeling silly but also enjoying himself. Okay, here goes. Cheat!
All right, the rest of the group seems amused at Opie's antics as Frosted Fox dons his fox outfit. The two furries join the group. Now it's Frosted Fox in his wonderful furry outfit, Opie in his rat furry outfit, gained a new persona and a superpower, Rat Power, where he is immune to zombies when he can bite them. And the other, oh shit, okay.
Opie,
He
feeling
can
the
control rats
transformation,
like the.
I feel different. I feel powerful somehow. Like I could bite the crap out of any zombie that comes near me.
And not get infected, I bet, says Devil Sheep.
Opie, still feeling a little foolish but excited. Yeah, that's right. I can't get infected now, I guess. I'm a goddamn rat. I'm immune to the bite.
All right, but Opie, we can't stay here forever. We're all going to run out of food and water and supplies and stuff. Eventually, we're going to have to go out there. You're going to have to come out of the closet and show the world your true rat self, Opie. Are you okay with that? By the way, how's your sack feeling?
Opie still feeling silly and proud of himself. Yeah, I'm ready. My sack is feeling way better, by the way. Barely hurts at all now. I'm feeling strong.
All right, Opie asks Jackson Steele where to go. Where to, Jackson?
Steele taps his chin and looks around. Let's see, I know where you can find food. I actually know a little spot a few blocks from here where we can stock up on supplies.
Jackson Steele starts to lead the way. Opie and the rest of the gang follow.
Opie, following close behind. Hey, Jackson Steele, I have a question. How'd you happen to stumble across this spot with supplies anyway?
Frosted Fox pipes up and said, "This was my hiding spot, not Jackson Steele's. You guys just got lucky when you ran into me. Now you're out of the closet, Opie, and you're free to live yourself as a true rat that you are."
Opie, surprised. Oh, it was yours, huh? Well, thank you for letting us in. I have to admit this rat thing is kind of growing on me. I feel, I don't know, free, I guess.
All
Have him be like.
right, the group reaches their destination, and Jackson Steele points inside. He starts instructing the group.
Jackson Steele examining the building cautiously. Okay, folks, the coast looks clear. We'll need to keep our eyes peeled in case any zombies or other survivors show up. Let's move inside quickly and quietly.
All right, the
I have an idea.
structure appears to be an old, somewhat blown out grocery store / bodega. The cans on the shelf look dusty and old. There's not much around to be looted, but there is a little bit of food. The money has already been taken out of the till. All the cigarettes and booze are gone. What's your idea,
Opie
Jackson?
looking around. This place looks pretty picked over. I don't know if we'll be able to find much here. This is a waste of time.
All right.
It's
The idea is that he actually now has Pied Piper skills, and that he can do like mind control on rats, and that
Okay.
now they can be a weapon and stuff against the horde zombies
All right.
and control them.
The
to do
group
their bidding.
slowly moves through the bodega, aisle by aisle, quietly creeping. Just then, Opie knocks a can over onto the ground, and it rolls towards the door. Looking up, Opie sees coming from the shadow of the door a fat zombie slowly sauntering towards him. Clearly, it used to be the owner of this bodega, but is now a filthy zombie.
Opie panicking he's about to be attacked. Oh no! Everyone look out, there's a zombie in the doorway!
Just then, Opie focuses really hard and sees a group of rats in his mind. Apparently, he can see through their eyes. Opie controls the rats to attack the zombie. The little rats start crawling up the zombie's legs and bite him all over the body. The zombie falls to the ground, getting demolished by rats, devoured by rats.
Opie watching in amazement. Whoa! Did you just see that? I think I control the rats. I can see through their eyes and control them.
The rest of the group doesn't believe Opie. They think he's having another hallucination. Just then,
Yeah.
Opie snaps to, and he looks up. The group is actually pummeling the zombie to the ground.
Opie
Was it real?
snapping out of it. Oh,
I don't
my
remember
mistake.
that.
I guess I'm hallucinating again. Step by. Did not be suspected.
Have-
Oh dear.
have Opie have Opie have to, he feels like they don't believe him, and so he figures out a way to prove to them that he has mind control over the rats,
All right.
and see if it comes up with
We'll save it for a
with a way. See if it can imagine a way for him to prove to them that he actually does have control over the rats.
Opie shakes his head, coming to consciousness, stands up, and they all run into the back room looking for supplies. You find a pickaxe a shovel rather, in the back room. There's some bandages and 3 or 4 cans of
Opie,
food.
still recovering, spots some supplies. Hey guys, look, there's some supplies back here. Looks like some bandages and wow, a pickaxe. I bet this would be useful. Opie, finding a pickaxe. Hey, look, I found a pickaxe. This could come in handy.
Right you are, Opie. All right, where to now that we've cleaned this place out? We need to find a permanent place to stay, some sort of shelter. Any ideas, Opie?
Opie thinking, maybe we could find some kind of abandoned building in, safe for us to stay for the long term.
Jackson Steele nods in agreement. Georgia as well. Devil Sheep and Frosted look.
Opie considering the idea. You could be right. Maybe the sewers would work. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's better than being out in the open, right?
Jackson Steele pipes up and says, "You know, I used to know a man who lived in the sewer. They called him the Rat King. He had a whole encampment down there quite a while ago. But you never know, there might be still remnants there. Plus, it's a lot easier to travel under the sewers than it is on the streets filled with zombies."
Opie nodding in agreement. Yeah, that could work.
Plus,
I
there's a
know
lot more
little
rats
about
in the
Rat
sewer.
King. I've heard rumors of his camp
Yeah.
before, but I never actually met the guy. If the camp is still there, it might be safer for us. Let's check it out.
All right,
Dear.
I'm going to interrupt him. All right, the group makes their way to the sewer and opens up the hatch. Peering in, the smell hits them in the face. It's stagnant, but they're going to have to get over it and suffer with it if they want to get through this. They all enter the sewers together, closing the sewer gate behind.
Opie covering his nose. Ugh, this is awful. How can anyone live down here?
You can hear the dripping of water and the rats scurrying along the floor. It's moist, dank, and stinky. But you see a light dimly on the end of the tunnel. The tunnel splits off in 3 directions. One is straight ahead, one is to the left, and one is to the right.
In the direction of the light. Hey, I see a light over there. I think someone might be down here. Could be the Rat King's camp. Opie peering down each path carefully. Careful, everyone. We should tread carefully. We don't know what might be down here.
All right. Which way do you guys want to go? Left, right, or middle?
So, wh- wh- um,
Should we make him choose, or what?
Why don't you have? Well, why don't you have Opie having a sixth sense, as though he's
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
that he's kind of mind melded with the rats,
Yeah,
and
he can
that
sniff
that
out the
he-
direction.
that it's familiar. Yeah, that he can sniff out the direction. Yeah,
Yeah,
and have everybody else doubt that he can really do it, and so that he has to prove to them in some way.
All right. Opie perks his head up, puts his hands next to his chest, and goes sniffing the air. He says, "It's this way. Don't ask me how I know, but I know it's this way." The rest of the group looks at him like they don't trust him, but whatever. Okay, Opie, let's go that way. So you guys head through the left tunnel towards the smell that Opie is smelling.
Opie leading the way through the tunnel. Hold on, I'm not sure what it is, but I can smell something. It's kind of sweet, almost like licorice.
The group continues down the sewer as little chunks of poop and detritus float past their legs as they're walking. Yeah, licorice, says Frosted Fox, snidely.
Opie ignoring Frosted Fox's sarcasm. Yeah, I know it's
Sarcasm.
weird, but I just have this feeling that we need to
Sarcasm.
go this way. I can't explain it. I just know that
I
we
will not
need
be
to go
ignored.
down this tunnel.
Opie, stop trying to prove to us that you have rat powers. None of us believe it.
Opie, frustrated. I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just trying to help, okay? Is it really that hard to believe that I might be able to sense something down here?
Whatever, Opie. Continue leading the way. Opie agrees, and he starts heading down towards the tunnel. Just then, the group approaches a small encampment made out of plywood and tin, and it looks abandoned. However, there's remnants of rat shit everywhere.
Opie, looking at the encampment.
This is a
Looks like we're not the first to
D&D
find
thing.
this place, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while.
Yeah, I want to
This is
do
all
it as
Steve-
a D&D thing. There's tools you can use for that. Oh, I just told Opie that. Let's see what he says about that.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Opie, confused. D&D. What are you talking about, man?
What is that shit?
Diarrhea dumps, Opie.
Opie making a disgusted face. Ugh, seriously? That's what you're thinking about right now?
All right, Opie, look through the camp. Tell me what you find. We're trying to find any thing of use here. Do you think it's safe that we stay here and use this as our home base?
Opie exploring the encampment carefully. I think so. It looks like whoever was here left in a hurry. But there might be some stuff we can use around here. Maybe we can make this our own. It could be a good place to stay.
All right, Opie. All right, the group lays all of their supplies there and creates a little clean area for everyone to stay. They light a campfire and decide to settle in for the night. Opie tells a funny ghost story.
Opie telling a story. All right, I got a ghost story for you guys. And it did its way to the taste the bad candies. It's bad for me to preach that.
I'm shaking in my boots.
That's the wet space for the pie that you as DTV.
Sounds like he's sucking on the Kangina while he's doing it.
All right, so this is where we are.
Yeah.
We're in the sewers right down in here.
Can you see if
setting
Opie
the stage. Yeah, we're deep
so
in
that's
the
where we
sewers.
are.
It's dark, dank, and disgusting here. And there's stories about a ghost that haunts these tunnels.
Okay, so we're actually more closer to, like, if you're underground, we'll probably be over by this area here somewhere.
All right.
I don't have it set up here. I could, give me a second here.
Opie pointing out the area. Right. That's right around here is where this story is supposed to happen. You see, there was a man, he lived here in these very tunnels, and he was very poor.
All right, Georgia, you can be the pink sheep.
Can you have Opie go into a trance
I'll be the white
and be
sheep.
taken over by the rats, and the rats start to speak through Opie about what the life is like
Yeah,
in
the rat
the
god.
living in the
What do
tunnels?
you mean?
Yeah, the rat
I'll be
god.
the white sheep.
Yeah, the great rat god.
Sometimes I feel like a rat god. Okay, first things first. Georgia's pink. I'm white. Tuttle, you're red.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go in about 20 minutes for a bit, but anyway. Yeah.
Okay, Tuttle's red. And Opie will be yellow. And then I guess Frosted is purple. Wait. Opie, yeah, okay. Purple.
Maybe Georgia can fall asleep for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. So there's the group, and they're in the tunnel, you know? They're chilling. All right, so, Tuttle, for the story prompt for the next part, what do you want me to tell Opie?
That Opie becomes drifts into a trance, and the spirit rat
Opie's still confused.
king
What are you talking
starts
about, man? I don't
speaking
get
through
it.
him
I didn't
and telling him a
get it.
story
I said
about
TD,
the
this like that, this like TD, son.
you know,
TD said that, this
telling some lore about rats and living in the tunnels.
Opie trying to puzzle it out. Wait, hold on. You're confusing me. Start from the beginning, okay?
All right, how's that? That's a little bit better. Now we can see how everything...
So it's like as they're sitting there, Opie becomes overpowered with
Opie
yeah,
becomes
go ahead.
overpowered with
Opie
the...
trying to
oh,
keep
shit.
up. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going. Opie, increasingly confused. Dude, stop changing the subject. I'm trying to tell a ghost story
I'm pissing
here.
him off. Sorry, continue your ghost story. Start at the beginning. Let's hear it.
Opie taking a deep breath. Okay. So, there was a man who lived here, just like us, in the tunnels. He was very poor and very lonely. He didn't have much, but he did have a cat.
Okay, go on.
Opie, continuing the story. Now this cat, he loved this cat. This cat gave him some companionship, but one day it disappeared. The man searched and searched, but he couldn't find it.
Then what happened, Opie? Everybody in the group starts perking up and listening more intently.
Opie, keeping them enthralled. He searched everywhere, in every single alley and tunnel. He looked for days and days. He just couldn't find his cat. And, he was very sad.
Then what happened, Opie?
Opie, still holding their attention. Now this man was desperate, and he made a deal with the devil. He sold his soul for the
Damn.
return of his cat.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Was this man the Rat King?
Opie getting into the story. Very good. You know the tale. So yes, the man became known as the Rat King, and he was changed. Dog change. TBT, that's. Cat change. Change indeed. That's my bad.
Rat King's on the
Changed forever.
movie with
His Rat King
Yeah.
story is enthralling.
but it was a movie with Robin Williams in it. Rat King, wasn't it?
I know there's Willard.
Yeah, I think
That
so.
one's the one
Yeah.
where the guy controls rats or whatever. That was pretty good.
No, just
All right, Opie, let's get some sleep for the night. The rest of the group puts the fire out and sleeps and gets ready for a new day of foraging to survive, perhaps even looking for a cure.
Opie laying down. All right, everyone. We need our rest. Tomorrow we can search for more supplies. Maybe even a cure for this nightmare we're in right now.
All right, Jackson Steele pulls a map out of his jacket and starts reading over it while everybody else falls asleep. And he finds the next point of interest for tomorrow. Where should we go, Tuttle? We got the whole city.
Still looking at the map. Looks like there's a few shopping centers nearby. We might be able to scrounge up some supplies at one of these places.
Yeah, maybe you go to the
Because we're
the
like
stadium,
right now we're
and
let's
Like-
see here.
like if you can you can hear me. If you maybe we go to the sports stadium where there's they can dress up in like hockey attire and get baseball bats and hockey
Yeah,
sticks
that's all the way on the other side of town, like here.
oh
We're
yeah,
over
okay.
here. Here, let me mark where we are, just so we know. Mark there. Okay, and that would be right here. That's a long trek to get hockey equipment. There's cop shops nearby. You know what I was thinking? So we're up here in this aqueduct area, just in the sewers inside here. We could go, I think over here is a restaurant. You know, Hornies or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
So that's a restaurant. This on the water here is a restaurant. There's food in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Also the casinos nearby.
Yep, there's the casino. That would have at least
Oh,
like
wait, there's-
lounge area and stuff like that.
There's the horse track behind the casino. So
Yeah.
so maybe they could go climb on horses or
If there's horses in there, they'll be stored either in here in these things, or on the other side, more likely over here.
Yeah, the stables there.
Underneath these stables there. And then thing is, can we get the horses into the sewer? I don't know. This will be our home base until we try to solve them, the apocalypse. I think what we should do is have some kind of thing like we have to make it up to the Air Force base over here and get into one of these research buildings to get the cure and fight our way in or something. And
yeah.
so
Yeah,
You
and then
wanna
there's
try to
also
get
the radio
horses?
tower that's at the top of the hill, like that's halfway in between there, so that that
maybe
could be
we
like
could have a secondary mission,
half-
on the top of the hill. That would be right,
yeah.
right here. No, that's not it.
No, it's above the sign. It's just it's behind the sign.
Where's the sign? Its sign's over here somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Right here.
yeah. So it's like there you
This
go.
is the tower right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
from
we could make our way to
there,
the tower first, and then
we could take this dirt road here, come down. See from here if we get the horses to get up to there, and then maybe that we could call in a helicopter or something, and then that would be a quicker way to go. Or
yeah, like they could find a radio, and like maybe they haven't, there's been lost contact, and they haven't spoken to anybody, but it's like military radio, and maybe they end up contacting somebody in the military base that says, oh yeah, come, if you get here by such and such time, we can give you the serum or whatever, but you have to get there in time, because they're abandoning they're going to be leaving on C-130s to evacuate the island or something. That's one possible thing. Yeah.
sorry, I'm just fiddling with my thing here. Hey Sling, what's up? All right,
Hey, Slingblade.
that's about as good as it's gonna
Long time
get
no
for
see,
now.
bro.
Yeah, okay, so first plan then. you want to go hit up the stables and then try to hit up the tower? Should we get more food and stuff
Yeah.
first? Because we're gonna eat the cans of food in the morning when we wake up that we got from the bodega, and then we're gonna eventually need more. But all right, so
Yeah, and yeah, that sounds good. Like, go to the stables, find some food. Maybe at some point have the rats, get them out of a tight spot. They make their way up to the tower. They find a government radio where they're able to contact people that are down in the army base, and the army base tells them that they have a deadline to get there in time, so they can get a serum or
To go
Yeah.
with the whole idea that, like the white mice out of Hitchhiker's Guide,
yeah,
that the rats have been here for way longer than everybody else. And
right, like the
they're
dolphin.
actually the creators.
all right, you guys ready to start day 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And does the audience, anybody in chat have any suggestions like Flingley did? Just vibing with the Rat King.
Humane Labs would make more sense, I think. Then we were gonna go to the military base, but I think Humane Labs makes more sense.
Is that up along the east side of the
It's
island?
here.
Like
Okay, so
like in
we're here.
between the casino and
So if we came up here,
the
like
island?
I think honestly we should go over to Horny's first and steal some whatever food's here, and take it with us, and then we can go
Okay.
along here, up here, and then to the stables. If there's any horses, we can get them, and then we can continue along because it's all the way up here, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe they discovered
off
that
there. Where is it?
that like that they're able to call down an Uber. Like for some reason it's
right here.
there's like these autonomous cars that are still running, and they're able to catch an Uber to get up to the Humane Labs, or we have them ride the horses, but maybe there'd be some
Well,
adventures in speed.
yeah, I'm sure there's still cars
that.
that-
Control.
I'm sure there's still cars that run and stuff. Like it would make sense.
Yeah, but these are Tesla cars that are autonomous now, and they're you have to convince the car where you want to go, and it might not take you where you want to go, but Opie, maybe Opie has to.
There's a chance to, yeah. Okay.
Find a way to convince the car to take them where they need to go, but of course he fails miserably at it.
All right, day 2.
Adventures ensue.
Everybody wakes up the next morning, tired a little bit from a rough sleep, but still happy that they were safe. Everybody eats their rations of food for the day, and now everybody is out of food. Opie still has his pickaxe. Jackson Steele pulls out his map and he says, I have a plan. We're going to go get some food from Horny's up the road. And then after that, we can check out the stables maybe to see if there's any horses. If we have horses, we have transportation. Not to mention, we could carry a lot more food. What do you think about that, Opie? I think we waited too long, and now we gotta...
Yeah, the session timed out.
Yeah, hang on. Let's call him again. Hello, Opie, are you home? Hello, Opie! It's the next morning. You wake up, you feel slightly refreshed, but it was still a rough sleep. You eat all of the rations. The whole group is out of food now, but your stomachs are full and you feel okay. Jackson Steele comes to you with a plan. He pulls out a map and points to a restaurant nearby. It's a fast food chain that probably has leftover food. Not to mention, that stuff's so filled with preservatives, it won't go bad anytime soon. After that, he says we should head to the stables, try to get some horses. What do you think, Opie?
Opie looking at the map and weighing the options. Well, food's definitely a priority, and horses could be really useful. We could travel a lot faster with horses, but this place is really dangerous. there could be zombies and other survivors you never know. The two tag you. And
I'm starting to understand what he's saying.
I know. Sometimes there are moments you can hear it.
Opie's coming to life.
All right, check this shit out.
What's that? Underground tunnels?
Yeah. This is where we're gonna be. Hang on.
Opie, curious. What is it? What are you going to show me?
Oh, we need a zombie one. Hang on.
Opie, still curious. A zombie one? What do you mean? I found a prepared seed, baked in crazy plans.
Oh, that one's so hard to see.
Opie's still confused, okay. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but whatever. Show me this thing.
How's that look? Okay, the sheep represents a zombie. All right.
Yeah.
Opie looking
Oh, I
at
gotta
the
stop
drawing.
telling that to Opie.
Okay, I see that now.
All right, Opie, we're standing in a tunnel. There's wooden planks and dirt and grime and water running down the middle. We have to stay on the sides. We move forward a little bit, but as we do, a zombie comes around the corner and we notice him from far away. What do you want to do? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Should we reset him again? Opie, we're in the sewers and we need to escape. We just came down the tunnel and we see a zombie at the end of the tunnel. You're in front. Jackson Steele is near the back with Opie. Who's red again?
I am Jackson.
Opie
Okay.
still unsure who's in charge. I guess I'm in the front.
George's
Let's
pink.
just stay quiet and move past quietly.
All right, the group tries to move past quietly. And just as they do, the zombie
Frosted
decides to turn around and look the other way.
Opie letting out a sigh of relief. Whoa, that was close. We almost got caught there.
All right. And now it's Jackson's turn to try to get past the zombie. You know what? I'll let the two of them go past, and then Georgia and Frosted.
Opie watching the next group leave. Okay, let's see how they do.
All right, the next two are going to have to roll again. So heads you win, tails you fail. Let's see if Georgia, who was the green one again? I thought that was you, Tuttle. That's me, Frosted,
apparently.
Georgia. Who?
Frosted's purple. I thought Georgia was pink.
Yeah.
I thought I was red.
And I'm white.
Maybe...
So who's green? We don't need green, do we?
Nah.
Okay, so green's out of there. Okay. So the next group tries to pass through purple and pink. Heads you win, tails you fail. Good luck. Oh, they fail. Okay. So as they're walking, as Georgia and Frosted cross the rickety wooden bridge, the sound creaks really loudly, and it gets the attention of the zombie that starts approaching, and it rushes towards Georgia. Frosted is behind Georgia and can't reach the zombie. Jackson Steele is behind you. He can reach Georgia and help with the zombie, but you're blocked in.
Opie, concerned for Georgia. Oh no, it's going after her. We need to do something.
Help me, please.
Georgia screams out in terror as Jackson Steele runs towards to lend an assist. Opie follows closely behind but can't get past Jackson. Opie, you have a pickaxe. Why don't you pass it to Jackson and maybe he can hit the zombie with it?
Opie passing the pickaxe to Jackson Steele. Here! Maybe you can get it with this.
Just then, Jackson flubs and misses, and the pickaxe falls to the floor, and Jackson takes some time to pick it up. Meanwhile, the zombie claws at Georgia, scarring her face.
Ah, my face!
Opie watching in horror. No! It got her! We need to do something now.
All right.
Did
Jackson picks up the pickaxe and swings it at the zombie with all of his might as Georgia pushes the zombie back. Jackson lands a huge pickaxe smash directly into the top of the skull of the zombie, collapsing it and killing it on the spot. Is he gonna answer? Come on, man. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Oh.
Come on, Opie. Alright, we'll try again. Opie, you're in a sewer. A zombie is attacking Georgia. You can't get to him. You threw a pickaxe to Jackson Steele. He dropped it. The zombie scratched Georgia, but you picked it up. And now Jackson Steele swung and hit the zombie directly in the head, killing it. However, now more zombies heard the ruckus and they are approaching.
Opie, looking around and panicked. Oh no, more zombies are coming. Damn it, we need to get out of here fast.
All right, the rest of the group starts running down towards the exit as they hear the zombie horde approaching from behind, howling through the tunnels, screaming out crackhead sayings. Opie's in the front, followed by Jackson Steele, followed by Georgia, followed by Frosted Fox, and in the back is Devil Sheep.
Opie running for the exit. Come on, let's go. We need to get out of here before they catch us.
All right, hang on.
Opie, stopping in his tracks. What's going on? We need to keep moving. We can't stop now.
All right, the group keeps running. The zombies slowly try to catch up from behind, but they're shamblers, they're not runners, so they're pretty slow. The rest of the group makes it somewhat far towards the exit, but they're not quite there yet.
Opie, realizing the zombies are catching up. Come on, keep running. We're almost there.
All right. One more time, the zombies decide to turn around and lose
Opie,
interest.
realizing the zombies are still gaining. No! They're closing in. Hurry, we need to go faster.
The zombies get confused, losing interest, and wander in random directions. However, one zombie notices from across a rickety bridge of wood. He can see Opie trying to make his way down to the exit.
Opie keeping an eye on the zombie. Phew, they're losing interest. That's good. I think we're safe. Wait, what's that one doing?
All right. Just then, the zombie that notices the group heads towards them and makes it across the board and crosses to the other side. He is now directly next to Frosted Fox and Devil Sheep.
Opie, realizing the zombie is right there. Oh no! The zombie's next to Frosted and Devil's Sheep. We need to do something.
You have a chance, Opie. Do you want to stay with the group, or do you want to abandon them and run out the front of the tunnel and leave them to their fate?
Opie, torn between saving the group or saving himself. Oh no, I don't know which way to go. I can't just abandon the group, but I'm scared.
Opie makes a decision. The decision that he comes to is to stay with the group.
Opie, standing his ground. I'm staying with the group.
Devil Sheep and Frosted Fox now kicking and punching at the zombie as the zombie stands on the wooden plank. Frosted Fox and Devil Sheep manage to not be able to subdue the monster. It ends up biting them both. And luckily enough, it didn't break skin. It only hit their clothing, but it hurt a lot. Jackson still with the pickaxe, but he's stuck behind Georgia and Frosted. Jackson tries to pass the pickaxe to Georgia.
Opie, frustrated at the
But
situation.
fumbles it again.
Come on, get the pickaxe to Georgia so we can get out of here.
Jackson fumbles the pickaxe and drops it to the ground. Just then, the zombie attacks one more time, scratching Frosted Fox. Frosted is now injured, and Devil Sheep manages to punch the zombie, but it is still alive. And just then,
Opie getting desperate. Damn it! We're wasting time here. We need to finish off that thing now.
Georgia picks up the pickaxe and swings it at the zombie, but misses, unfortunately, because Frosted was too close in the way. Georgia now tries to pass the pickaxe to Frosted so he could use it as a weapon against the
Oh,
zombie.
it's so heavy. It's so heavy.
But she
I'm doing
fails.
it.
It's too heavy.
Watching the situation. Come on, come on! We need to get it to Frosted so we can kill that thing and get out of here.
The zombie has another attack, and this time it's directed at Devil Sheep. Devil Sheep gets a small injury on his right arm as he tries to fight off the zombie. Now,
Opie growing
You
more
got
anxious.
this, devil,
Damn it.
no.
He's getting us one at a time. We need to finish it off now.
all right. Devil Sheep tries to kick it.
Opie, waiting to see what will...
Devil Sheep tries to kick the zombie, but misses and slips. He now falls into the water off of the thing, and he is no longer able to help the group. He's going to have to go down and around to escape, to get out. Now it's Frosted Fox and Georgia. Frosted decides to move to where Devil Sheep was standing and let Georgia in, and it's successful. So Frosted now moves up the plank. Georgia moves in with the pickaxe and tries to swing it at the zombie. She swings with all her might, but the pickaxe is heavy, and she misses, and the pickaxe comes to a thud on the ground. Just then,
Opie watching the fight with an air of impatience. No! Come on, come on! We need to finish off this thing already.
more zombies can be heard in the distance approaching the group,
that
hearing all of
they,
the scuffles. One
But
more
the zombie
swing.
was just close enough for the pickaxe to
Opie, hearing the approaching zombies. Oh no! We have more coming!
cripple it at the ankles.
Georgia swings one more time and again misses the zombie. However, the zombie standing on the board, it starts to creak. But it still holds strong.
Opie, noticing the board starting to
This is
creak.
better than D&D.
Wait a minute! Something's up with that board.
Devil Sheep notices that the board is rickety, and he decides to throw a brick at it. And it works!
Opie, watching the brick fly. Did Devil Sheep just throw a brick at the board?
Devil Sheep throws a brick at the board, knocking the zombie down into the water with Devil Sheep, and also blocking off the bridge from any other zombies that were approaching. They're now stuck on the higher part and can't get down. However, this leaves Devil Sheep and a zombie in the water as the rest of the group is still up on the higher plank. Devil Sheep and Frosted are both injured pretty badly.
Opie stunned by the situation. Oh my god, what do we do? How are we going to get to Devil Sheep and Frosted?
Devil Sheep tries to escape from the zombie, but he's sloshing through the water very slowly. The zombie manages to get up, stand up for his rights. He starts moving towards Devil Sheep. The rest of the group gathers around the corner right near the exit of the sewers to the outside world. Opie, you have a chance once again. Do you want to leave the group or stay with them?
Opie, torn about what to do. I don't know. What should I do? Matt, just what I do.
Sorry about that. Playlist switched on its own.
Went to casino. That affects.
All right.
Sounded like-
Yeah, that was casino effects. That's
They're
queued up
carnival.
for later.
Opie, confused. What are you talking about? Playlist switching on its own?
Oh, nothing. Opie, okay. So, the rest of the group, Devil Sheep shouts up to the
I'm gonna
group
have
and
to go.
says,
Sorry, but how about Georgia is overcome by the fumes of
Opie,
the
listening to Devil Sheep.
of whatever
What's
it
he
is.
saying?
just
And
then
she falls
Georgia
asleep.
jumps in the water to help
And
Devil
she
Sheep.
has to
think
be
that's a great
carried
idea.
through the rest of the tunnel.
Opie, surprised. Whoa, what's she doing? That's dangerous.
The zombie approaches the two of them, and they both swing at it wildly.
Opie watching from the side. Wow, they're both taking a big risk. Going down there like that.
They swing back and forth, trying to hit the zombie, but unfortunately their attacks don't seem to do much. The zombie hits Devil Sheep, killing him on the spot.
Opie, horrified.
Oh, no.
Oh god, no, not Devil Sheep.
Georgia is now left alone fighting a zombie in the sewer muck with poop and piss water all around her. She's getting scratched up by the zombie.
Oh my! I'm so covered in shit.
Opie, watching the situation get worse. She's not going to be able to hold out much longer.
And just as she tries for one last swing at the zombie,
Oh, the
she
fumes.
misses, and the zombie grabs her, pulls her under the water, and tears her head clean off.
Oh,
Georgia is dead.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus.
but is she? Is
Opie,
she?
unable to speak. Oh no, Georgia.
Oh no,
Alright.
Georgia.
The rest of the group
That's always
hurriedly
fun.
exits the sewers and leaves the zombies to their fate.
Opie finally out of the sewers. Phew, thank God. We're finally out of that place.
You tried to save me, but it didn't work out.
Opie feeling bad. I know, I'm really sorry.
All right, the group now is exited the tunnel, and they're on their way towards the freeway.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
you're gonna
Georgia.
have to
All right, where
throw
to
me
now?
in a cab or
Expected
something.
fee,
I'm gonna have to go.
AC say.
Okay, so take care, Georgia.
Crazy.
Right, I'll be back.
All right.
That's cool.
Okay, bye. That was fun.
We need a plan.
All right, Jackson leads the group down the freeway towards the fast food place called Hornies, and they try to break inside.
Opie surprised, Hornies. This place? Are you serious?
right. Opie's skills at lockpicking pay off, and the group enters the store. They notice half-eaten food and burgers still on the shelves that were cooked from before. They look cold and a little bit old, but should still be edible. To the left, there's a room with an office, but the door is locked. There could be goodies inside. You never know, but there could be zombies as well.
Opie, curious about the office. I'm going to check the office. Maybe we'll find something useful in there. You guys keep an eye out for any zombies.
All right, Opie decides to check out the office, and the other two search for supplies. Carlos barks. All right. Aside from a few burgers that you guys eat on the spot, there's nothing really of consequence in the front room. Opie now goes up to the door to the office area, and he puts his ear to it. He doesn't hear anything inside.
Opie, listening. I don't hear anything. That's a
Good enough. Okay.
Opie trying the door. Let's see if it's unlocked.
All right, Opie comes into the room, not thinking that there was any zombies in there because he checked but didn't hear anything. He notices there's some computers on there, a desk, there's a bookshelf, and a window with some boxes next to it.
Opie, curious about the computers and the shelf. I wonder if there's anything useful on these computers or these books.
What do you want to check, Opie, the computers or the books?
Opie torn between the two. Let's see. Well, I guess we could check the computers first. They might have important information on them.
All right. Opie goes over to the computer, sits down in the chair, turns it on, and it starts with a loud beep, boop, 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 boop. The sound that it makes awakens a zombie that was under the desk. The zombie crawls out from behind the desk. It's only a half torso zombie, and it starts crawling along the floor towards Opie slowly, but with its hands.
Opie catching sight of the zombie. What the hell is that? Damn it!
All right. Just then, Carlos, chill. Just then, the group outside hears the commotion and comes running into the office.
Opie, relieved to see the group. Oh, thank God you're here.
Don't worry, we got your back, says Frosted Fox. Jackson Steele says, I'm ready to stomp some zombie brains.
Opie, glad to have the team support. I appreciate it, guys, but we need to get rid of this zombie before it attracts more of them.
The zombie crawls over to the chair. The three of the group, everybody stomps the zombie down at once, crushing its skull. The zombie dies and lets out a big groan. Ugh, and falls to the ground.
Opie relieved that the zombie is gone. Whew, that was close. Thanks for the help, guys. I really thought I was going to be zombie bait there for a moment.
All right, what do you want to do now, Opie? By the way, the computer is loaded up, and it appears that the internet is still working. The last tab on the browser is of a porn site called shitsisters.com, and it has a feature film of 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Do you want to click on it or not?
Opie, curious about the website? Sure, why not? Let's click on it and see what it is.
Opie clicks on the website. It slowly loads.
Oh, are you
the
talking?
sound of
to it?
Yeah. Can you not hear me or
waiting
what?
for the website to load.
No.
Ah,
No,
is it gonna
I can
take
only
all day
hear.
to load?
Now I can.
The website loads, and the sounds of girls pooping and making moaning sounds fills the room, and that awakens a zombie that was in the corner. It's a runner, and it runs towards the group.
Opie, noticing the zombie running at them. Look out! We've got a runner!
Just as the runner gets up to Frosted Fox, he ducks down and kneels over. The zombie trips over him and falls right directly in front of Jackson Steele. Jackson Steele and Opie both jump onto the zombie. As Frosted Fox stands up,
Opie, grateful for Frosty's quick thinking. Nice move, Frosty. You caught that one by surprise.
the zombie struggles. It's very, very strong. It manages to scratch Jackson Steele on the hand.
Opie, noticing that Jackson is scratched. Dang it, Jackson, are you okay? That zombie got you pretty good.
Just then, Frosted Fox comes from behind and just power stomps the zombie right on his frickin' brain, smashing it into bits, and the zombie's head is all over the floor. It's dead.
Opie, impressed by Frosty's action. Wow, nice shot, Frosty. That was a good stomp.
All right, the room is now clear, apparently. Okay, now apparently the room is clear and you're free to explore. There's a garbage can in the bottom left corner, some boxes in the top left, and some books and papers in the top right.
Opie, looking at the possible items. Let's see, there's a garbage can, some boxes, and some books. Let's see what's in the boxes.
All right, Opie makes his way over to the boxes and opens them up.
Opie peeking inside the boxes. All right, let's see what's in here.
Inside the box is a .45 Magnum with one clip of ammo, one magazine.
Opie holding up the pistol. Whoa, nice find. We can definitely use this.
Dude, I totally forgot we were still doing that sewer sound. Hang on.
Opie happy with the find. It's okay. So, let's keep searching, see what else we can find.
It's okay.
All right, so Opie has a .45 gun now, and he's happy with that. Jackson Steele looks through the bookshelf, and Frosted makes his way over to look into the garbage can. Jackson apparently finds some important documents in the bookshelf. Documents that say codes for a tower nearby. Radio codes. You could call for help. It could be used for something. Who knows? Worth checking out. At least it's a lead.
Opie looking at the documents. Radio codes? This could be useful. Maybe we can use it to call for help.
All right, and now Frosted, looking in the garbage, finds a box of Viagra, and it's still full. Frosted Fox also finds a knife. It's a small foldable knife, but it should be good enough to kill some zombies. The group heads back
Opie
out.
looking at the Viagra. Woof. Someone was getting frisky, I guess.
All right, the group heads out of the office and out of the building, and they are now out on the street.
Opie looking around the surrounding area. Okay, where to next? We need to find more gear and a place to rest.
All right, so the group makes their way up the highway and towards the casino.
Opie, looking at the casino. Looks like we're getting close to the casino now. Think we'll find anything there?
Jackson Steele says, well, I don't know if we'll find anything worth it in the casino, but the horse track behind the casino, now, that might have something in it. I know a way to hop the fence back here. Follow me.
Opie, following behind Jackson. Sure, lead the way.
All right, Jackson makes his way through an old biker compound, over to a fence, and hops over.
Opie, looking at the fence. Think we can scale this fence?
Well, Jackson seems to make it over no problem. Opie climbs the fence, and he's trying his best, and he fails and unfortunately slides down and cuts his hand a little bit. He's now at half health. Frosted tries to
Opie
climb the
nursing his
fence,
injured hand.
and he
Damn
also
it,
slips
I
and
scraped my
fails.
hand on the way over. That was close. That's decent. Fantasy.
Frosted also tries to climb the fence, and he slips and falls. Frosted slips and falls as well, landing on top of Opie. Oof! The both of them get up again and try to climb once more as Jackson ushers them on from the other side.
Opie looking worried. Dang it, Frosty. Be careful. We really don't need another injury right now.
However, the group slips one more time, and it's starting to get embarrassing at this point. They try again as much as they fumble, and they fail again.
Opie exasperated. This is ridiculous.
And again.
I can't believe we're struggling so much with this fence.
And they finally make it after 3 or 4 attempts of sliding down the side of the fence. Frosted has lost a lot of energy, and so has Opie. And Opie is not feeling well. He's at about half health. However, the group has made it across, and they are now onto the race course.
Opie, feeling tired and weary. Phew, glad we made it over. I thought for sure something was going to come out and attack us.
Well, I'm just glad that we're finally making some progress, says Jackson Steele. Frosted says, I'm a femboy worm.
And where the other femboys
Opie,
at?
confused by Frosted's response. A femboy worm? What the heck was that all about?
Frosted replies, don't worry, I was frostborn. I blaze by design. We're gonna break him again.
Opie, amused by the strange comment. Okay,
Jax,
whatever you say, Frosty.
The group
Jackson
continues
pulls
on.
out 2 Canginas to offer to,
Opie, looking around the racetrack. Hey, look over
spin the
there!
coin
There's the building.
to see if
Maybe
it
we should
rejuvenates
get
their
inside
energy
and rest for a bit.
by using the Canginas.
The group approaches the stables of the horses. Jackson Steele pulls out 2 Canginas. He says, this will help us relax. Why don't we go in there and practice using them?
Opie,
But spin the
curious
coin
about
to see.
Cangina. Sure, I'm up for a little break, but what exactly are these Canginas anyway?
To tell them. You know what a Cangina is. It's a
Jackson
Pringles-
Steele
Pringles
is
balloon.
Jackson Steele will explain that to you. Opie listens intently as Jackson Steele explains it to him.
Opie, listening intently. All right, I'm listening. Tell me about these Canginas.
Jackson regales him of a tale of how Canginas are made.
Opie, intrigued by the tale. Fascinating. So, these Canginas can give you peace and love? Sounds almost like a
Peace
drug.
and love. I don't know about peace and love.
So it's when you take a couple of latex gloves and a sponge, right? and a can of your choosing.
All right.
It's a
this is gonna-
cylindrical synthetic intimacy device marketed as a solution for individuals with low or apathetic sexual desire, especially those seeking a solo alternative to traditional connection. Its appearance resembles a Pringles can, and it comes with the slogan, "Once you pop, you can't stop," emphasizing its addictive and immersive tactile experience. Manufactured by the Johnson & Johnson subsidiary, it sparked global mania and social collapse due to its uncanny ability to fulfill carnal cravings, guaranteeing satisfaction in a can.
I wish you could hear that. Anyways, you guys approach the stables and head inside. You see 3 horses stabled up. There's rooms off to the left and right, however.
Opie
Or
looking at the horses.
Thaddeus?
Look at the horses. They're so beautiful.
Basically, as Thaddeus would say, it's a can that you fuck.
Pretty much.
Frosted chimes in and looks at Opie and says,
Opie, mesmerized by the horses. Can I
says,
pet one?
Did you know the giant horse cock is 14 inches, weighs over 14 pounds?
Frosted looks over at Opie and says, "Did you know the average horse cock
Fully
weighs
engorged.
14 pounds?"
Fully engorged, of course.
Opie, surprised by the information. No, I had no idea. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah, pretty heavy. Fully engorged horse cock. With veins poking out. Is that what you're thinking about right now, Opie?
Opie, quickly changing the subject. No! Of course not. Why would you even bring that up?
All right, Opie, listen at the door. Make sure that there's nobody there, says Frosted. Opie comes up to the door, puts his ear to it to listen to see if there's any zombies in the other room. But it's clear.
Opie, listening for any sign of zombies. I don't hear anything through there. It might be safe.
All right, Opie cracks the door open, and you see 3 horses standing in the stable. The group comes in. The horses look slightly malnourished and actually happy to see the group.
Opie, looking at the horses. Poor things. They look like they haven't eaten in days. Let's see if we can feed them anything.
All right, you decide to loot the surrounding areas. There's rooms off either side. Surely there must be some oats somewhere.
Opie, searching for oats. I'm looking for some oats or something. They must have some around here somewhere.
Opie goes to the room on the right to search for stuff, but it appears there's nothing in there. The room is empty, just some crates that are covered in dust. On the other side of the room, Jackson Steele decides to look for some loot and see if there's any oats there.
Opie, disappointed by the empty room. Damn it, there's nothing in here. Maybe Jackson's having more luck.
Jackson enters a room that appears empty as well. There's a large table in the center of the room, but nothing else. Frosted then comes in and notices there seems to be some sort of hidden door to the left of the room that Jackson Steele is in. He fiddles with the wooden panel, but he can't get it open.
Opie, noticing Frosted trying to open the panel. Hey, what's that you're messing with there, Frosty?
Hey, Opie, get over here. I need your help picking this open. I know you're good at breaking into things. There's a wooden secret door here. Can you help me? Opie runs over and attempts to open the wooden hidden hatch.
Opie, helping to open the hidden hatch. Sure, I got it. Let me just...
Opie...
It's moving!
Opie's fingernail peels backwards as he tries to pick through the thing, and it hurts him. Ouch! He tries one more time.
Opie wincing in pain. Damn it! I think I got my nails stuck. Opie biting through the pain. Damn, that hurts! But it's coming free. Here we go, almost there.
Hey, Mikkel, what's up? Okay, Opie tries one more time. And he does it.
Focused on forcing the panel open. Come on, just a little more.
All right, with a thud and a creak, Opie manages to open the hidden hatch, and climb inside. He sees bags of oats everywhere. It's a stockpile. There's also other cans of food in here for humans. Somebody had stashed everything in here just for a situation like this.
I'm gonna eat bunches of
Opie,
oats.
noticing the stockpile of food. Wow! Someone had stashed all of this here. This is a treasure trove. We've got oats for the horses and other food for us.
Just then, the door to the area opens, and you can hear somebody coming inside. Footsteps. It must be the owner of or whoever was hiding the stash here. If they find you guys in here, they're surely going to be pissed off.
Opie noticing the person coming in. Oh no, someone's coming in here. Quick, we need to hide.
We have a choice, Opie. Do we hide in here and shut the panel and hope he doesn't notice? Or do we try to escape?
Opie considering the options. I don't know. We could try to hide in here, but if they find us, they'll be pretty pissed off. We might be better off trying to escape.
All right, then. The group tries to escape. However, the guy is blocking the door. You run out into the next room, but you can see through the crack in the door that he is standing in the hallway. Clearly, there's no escape from the room you're in now. Do you want to fight the guy, or do you want to wait and see if he leaves?
Opie.
Opie.
We love you, Opie.
All right. Okay.
Opie deciding to hide. All right, let's hide out. We'll wait until he leaves.
All right. The group decides to huddle in the corner and wait. Unfortunately,
Opie
the man's
trying to
footsteps
remain
get
quiet.
louder.
Shush, be quiet. He might hear us, whispers.
The man's footsteps get louder as he approaches. As he stands in the doorway, he notices the area where his stash was is open. He says, "Oh my God!" and he runs towards it. He doesn't see you guys in the corner. He turns and looks inside there. You see him pulling out a gun from his holster. What do? Do you want to run past him and out the door to the right, hoping he doesn't notice you? Do you want to shoot at him from behind and take the initiative? Or do you want to call out and try to negotiate with him?
Opie jumps in front of the dude and goes, "Please don't shoot us. I'll fuck your horses."
Oh, he keeps breaking. Should we reset him again?
Probably,
I'm gonna start a whole fresh one. All right. There, he's fresh. Opie, we're in the middle of a situation here. We're hiding in the corner. There's a guy with a gun with his back to us, looking into an open doorway. We have a doorway to our right we can run through. We could either do that or stay quietly hidden in the corner and hope he doesn't notice us. Or we can attack him. Make a choice, Opie.
I vote for attacking the fool. This isn't the first time I've done something like this. I feel like taking a risk.
That's the Opie I know and fucking love. Okay, Opie pulls out his .45 and blasts the guy right in the back of his head. His brains splatter everywhere. He falls to the ground, dead.
Ah, yes, I've done it again. That guy was a fool for thinking he was the one with all the power. Now I have his gun, so this is a pretty good day already.
All right, Just then, the horses start screaming and freaking out, or like whinnying, but they manage to stay. They're tied up right now. Do you want to loot the body, or do you want to tend to the horses?
I'd like to get those horses calmed down. I'd also like to find out what that dude's got on him. Maybe me and you could both check him out? One of us can calm the horses and the other can go through his pockets? I'm no good with horses. They get all skittish around me, especially if I'm tweaked out.
Jackson Steele pipes up and says, I'm quite good with horses. I'll go over there and settle him down. You boys go ahead and dig through that body.
Sounds like a good plan to me. We'll have a look through this feller's pockets and check out if he's got anything worth taking on him.
All right.
What? That's amazing that it captured the southern accent. How the fuck did it do that?
All right, you look through the body and you find a set of keys. They are apparently to a hidden safe somewhere. Opie says, there must be another hidden area somewhere. He looks around frantically. And Opie finds some keys. They're to a hidden safe. He looks around frantically and notices a small opening behind a shelf. He moves the shelf and opens it up. There's a safe inside. Is it open?
Ah, yes. Looks like
Yep.
you hid this little treasure pretty well, but not well enough for my quick eyes. Well, it seemed that lucky for us. The safe appears to be open. I guess this is our lucky day. Let's crack her open and see what goodies are inside.
Frosted comes over and checks it out. And Opie opens the safe to see some supplies inside. There's some money. There's ammunition for the gun that Opie's carrying. And there's a machete in there. And 2 cans of food.
All right, fellas. Looks like we hit the jackpot here. We got some money, ammunition for my gun, a brand new machete, and a couple cans of food. I'd call that a damn good haul for a day's work.
Jackson steps into the room and says, well, you found a secret area. That's quite interesting, boys. Now, why don't we get on them there horses and get ourselves on out of here?
That's a fine suggestion, Jackson. I do agree that it is a good time to be heading out, and seeing as we already got what we needed from this place, I don't see anything wrong with leaving here right away. Lead the way, partner!
You ever ride a horse there, Opie? It's not as easy as it looks.
Oh, come on now, how hard can it be? I'm sure I can figure it out. Besides, I've always wanted to be a real cowboy.
Opie tries to jump up onto the horse, and it rears up and drops him to the ground, causing a little bit of damage. Opie dusts himself off and tries one more time.
Opie gets up and dusts himself off. Damn horse threw me off. I'll tell ya, this is harder than I thought it would be. Let me try one more time.
All right, Opie successfully gets on the horse. Frosted gets on the horse, and Jackson Steele also gets on the horse. You guys leave the area and go back out onto the street with your new horses.
Yeehaw! I finally did it. I'm a real cowboy now. Opie grins from ear to ear as we ride out from the area.
All right, the group has their horses, and they head up the valley along the grassy area towards the outpost that Jackson Steele had heard about earlier. Crossing the highway, they run into no trouble, but once they get up the hill a little bit more, they find a dirt road.
As we ride up the hill, Opie looks at the dirt road with suspicion. This road looks a little suspicious, fellas. Could be a trap.
All All right, as they're traveling up the dirt road, from behind a bush,
Opie notices the movement in the bush, too. Hold up, fellas, there's something in that bush.
just then shots ring out and fly towards the group.
Opie quickly dodges the shots as they ring out. Damn it, it's a trap! They're behind that damn bush shooting at us. We gotta find cover.
All right, do you want to continue up the road riding your horses as fast as possible? Or do you want to stop and try to shoot and fight back whoever's in the bush?
We gotta fight back. We can't just run away like a bunch of pussies. Besides, who do these fools think they are ambushing us like this? Let's get some cover and get 'em bastards.
All right, Opie, you're the leader.
Alright, I say we take cover and shoot from the bushes.
All right, Frosted and... Oh, wait, that was... Jackson and Frosted continue up the road trying to flank as Opie tries to get some cover. Opie tries to get some cover behind a bush.
I'll head into the bushes behind that car. Frosted, you take cover behind that big rock. Jackson, you hide between those trees. We'll hit them from 3 angles, and they won't know what hit them.
All right, so Opie takes aim at the guy behind the bush. And
Opie takes
hits
aim
him.
with my gun at the bush. Gotcha now, sons of bitches.
Boom! Opie shoots, and it's a direct hit, hitting the guy, blasting his frickin' dome out.
Yeah, now that's how it's done. Take that, you prick. How does that feel, huh? You like that shot?
That's Opie's talking shit. All right, let's continue up the road, shall we?
Yeah, let's keep moving, fellas. We gotta keep our guard up, though. Who knows where there could be more of these guys hiding.
All right, the group continues up the trail. As their horses start to get tired, they make it to the top of the mountain, and they see a fenced-in area with a tower on top.
Opie looks at the fenced-in area with the tower. Looks like we found that outpost that you were telling us about. Seems to be well defended. You think we can get in there?
We're gonna have to try. Go ahead and try to get in through the fence, Opie.
Alright, I'll take a look at this fence and see how I can get through it. Opie walks over to the fence and starts examining it to see if there's any weak points.
All right. So Opie gets off his horse.
Opie gets off his horse and inspects the fence. This fence looks pretty well built, but maybe I can find some weak points. Opie begins moving along the fence, checking for any possible openings or points of weakness.
Opie's unable to find any points of weakness in the fence, unfortunately.
Opie scratches his head, frustrated. Damn it, this fence is solid. There's no way to get in from here. We're gonna have to find another way in, fellas.
Just then, Jackson Steele says, "Watch this, Opie, I got a way in." And he rears up his horse, and he bolts towards the fence, and pounces right over the fence and lands directly on the other side. The horse gives a little whinny, and he smiles back through the fence at Opie.
Opie's eyes widen and a smirk spreads across his face. Well, I'll be damned, Jackson. That was pretty slick, I gotta say. You've got yourself a mighty fine horse there that can jump like that.
Follow me, boys, it's not hard.
Opie nods and hops back on his horse. You heard him, fellas. Let's follow Jackson. Opie rides his horse closer to the fence, preparing to follow Jackson's lead.
All right, Opie jumps the fence and successfully lands on the other side next to Jackson. Frosted is up next.
Opie looks over at Frosted and calls out to him, "All right, Frosted, your turn. Just give your horse a good kick and get ready to jump."
Frosted gallops with all his might and jumps over the fence with a huge pounce, and the horse lands on the other side. You're now inside a radio tower area, and there's a building to your right, a building on the top, and then there's a giant tower with some sort of shed next to it.
Opie looks around the area and takes in their surroundings. "Well, fellas, looks like we made it into the radio tower area. Let's look around and see if there's anything useful we can find in here."
All right, Jackson, where do you want to look?
Jackson points to the building on the top. "I think we should start with the building on the top. It looks like it could be the main area of the outpost. There could be supplies and other things of interest up there."
All right, Opie. Jackson says, all right, let's go. Opie, lead the way.
Opie nods and steps forward, heading for the building on top. "All right, fellas, follow me." Opie heads towards the building on top, with Jackson and Frosted following closely behind.
All right.
Sometimes I can hear you, Sheep, and sometimes I can't here in Discord, just so you know.
I'm not talking right now, that's why. Or you mean just in general? Can you hear me now? Oh, it's because when I have the OBS window focused, for some reason it doesn't pick up my mic. That's what's
Gotcha.
going on. Because
Okay.
I'm clicking on, I'm dragging them around. Okay, that's what's going on.
I verified that everybody can still hear you in the stream, so it's just me, which is fine. If it happens.
Okay, so you guys enter the area. Alrighty, okay, Jackson. All right, Tuttle, what do you want to do? You guys,
Yeah.
You're at the entrance of the building, and yeah.
Have Jackson or Opie have the epiphany that there might be a working radio that will allow them to see if they can call out and see if there's anybody
Yeah.
listening on the airwaves.
You
So,
got that code earlier, remember? For the radio station? I do believe earlier there was a code or something you got from one of the safes or somewhere.
Oh, that must have been one of the moments where it was muted and I couldn't hear you.
Okay. All right. Hang on.
So if we're standing outside, I mean,
All right.
so
The group cautiously enters the building and looks around.
maybe Jackson Steele's Kangina is like Doctor Who's, the little wand. It gets him out of, helps him unlock doors. Break into safes.
Okay.
I'm just being creative, but it just. What do they call that? What's the Doctor Who thing that he pulls out?
I
This
have no
little
idea.
wand.
All right. As you enter the area, Jackson Steele pulls out a small little wand, shakes it around a bit, and it starts glowing. It's shaped like a Kangina, and it becomes moist the more he goes towards the direction that it needs to be.
It's like a cosmic screwdriver or something like that. I forget. Yeah, Dusty. They don't call it cosmic screwdriver.
All right, Opie, your rat senses start kicking in. By the way, you're still wearing a furry rat outfit. It's been said that you have the power to control rats. You can hear them squeaking in the walls and all over the place in this area here, in the silo.
Sonic angina.
You're looking for a radio somewhere. There's a room to the left and an opening to the right.
Opie's rat senses are indeed tingling as he hears the faint squeaking of rats all around him. He looks around the silo trying to pinpoint the location of the radio. Damn, there's rats everywhere! Let's take a look in this room to the left, fellas. I think I can hear something in there.
All right. Opie heads off to the room in the right. Or the left, sorry. Jackson and...
Opie heads into the room in the left, with Jackson and Frosted following close behind. As they enter the room, they can hear the faint sound of radio chatter coming from somewhere.
Unfortunately, as Opie comes around the corner and into the room, he's face to face with a zombie. The zombie lurches forward towards Opie, but Opie steps back just in time and blasts him in the face with his gun. The zombie falls dead to the ground.
Opie takes a step back as the zombie lunges at him. Damn, that was a close one. Opie quickly takes aim and shots the zombie straight in the face.
All right, the sound of radio chatter is nearby. Opie sees a radio on the table, but just then, two zombies start approaching. One from the hallway and one from the junkyard above.
Opie sees the zombies approaching from opposing directions. Damn it, there's more of them! Look out, fellas! Opie readies his gun, preparing to take down the approaching zombies.
Opie, do you want to shoot the zombie, or do you want to take the radio and try to run from the zombie?
Ah, hell, let's try to make a run for it. Opie grabs the radio from the table and starts heading towards the door.
All right, he takes the radio. He gets it secure. The zombie is a shambler, so it's not too fast. And just as he rounds past Frosted, barely bumping into him, and comes around the corner. Jackson Steele is standing there, and just then, another zombie rounds the corner. Now the group is
Opie
facing him.
runs out of the room, radio in hand. He bumps into Frosted, who is standing in the hall waiting. Sorry about that, partner. As Opie rounds the corner, he sees Jackson Steele standing there. Just then, another zombie shuffles around the corner, heading straight for them. Oh no, not Asian!
Not Asian. An Asian zombie starts to attack. He says, brains!
The zombie groans brains as it stumbles towards them. Ah, hell, not another one! Opie raises his gun, ready to take down the zombie.
Opie lets off a round, blasting into the zombie's head. The zombie falls dead. Just as that happens, though, the other zombie starts approaching from the room that you were just in. He's now behind you, the group.
Hide behind a windshield.
Opie turns around and sees the second zombie approaching from the room they had just left, cutting off their escape path. Damn it, lads! We're surrounded!
Not quite. Anyways, the zombie approaches and knocks the gun out of Opie's hand. The other two start attacking. Jackson Steele and Frosted Fox swinging at the zombie. Jackson hits him directly in the head, knocking him to the ground. Frosted follows up with a foot stomp and lands directly on the zombie's head, crushing its skull. Opie picks up his gun.
Frosted takes down the zombie with a well-placed foot stomp, but in the scuffle, Opie's gun is knocked out of reach. Damn it, I lost my gun!
No, idiot, I said you picked it up.
Opie realizes he still has his gun in his hand. Oh, right. Sorry about that, folks. I got a little frazzled there for a second. Opie tightens his grip on the gun, making sure not to lose it again.
All right, as the group secures the radio and killed the zombies, they head towards the door. However, there may be more loot in here. Do you want to loot more, or do you want to get out of here and use the radio? There could be more zombies in here, by the way, too.
Opie considers their options for a moment. Well, fellas, we could stick around and try to find more loot in here, but we might run into more trouble with those zombie bastards. On the other hand, we could just get out of here with the radio and cut our losses. I say we get the hell out of here. We can always come back later if we need to.
Smart thinking, Opie. The group follows you out the door and back out of the compound, and the sun is shining outside.
Frostbit says, make a
Opie
helmet and
steps
suit
out
out
of
of
the building,
armor.
shielding his eyes from the bright sunlight. Whoa, it's good to be back out in the sun. And we got a radio to boot! This was a pretty successful little adventure, all things considered.
Opie pulls open the radio and starts pressing random buttons. Just then, Jackson Steele says, wait a minute, I still have a radio code from earlier. Should we try inputting that into the radio, Opie?
Opie looks at Jackson Steele and nods. Yeah, let's give that code a try. It could be the key to getting us some help, or information. Here, let me input the code.
Opie starts inputting the code. Beep, 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 beep. And then a voice on the other end picks up eventually. Radio chatter 61997. This is Colonel Sanders. Do you read?
Opie looks at the radio in surprise. Colonel Sanders? As in the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy?
No, why does everybody suggest that? It's not. Listen, my last name is Sanders. I'm Tom Sanders. I just happen to be a colonel, okay?
Opie chuckles. All right, I get it. No more Kentucky Fried Chicken jokes. Opie composes himself and responds to the radio. You read us loud and clear, Colonel Sanders. I mean Tom. This is Opie on the line.
Where did you get this code? Listen, are you in the middle of the radiated zone? The infected zone?
Opie responds over the radio. Yeah, we're smack in the middle of the radiated zone. Got some trouble earlier with some infected, but we're still standing.
What is your situation, soldier? Is it overrun, or do you have things under control?
Opie responds over the radio, still holding the handset. Well, things are pretty hairy here, but we're doing our best to stay alive. We could definitely use some backup, though.
Just give us your coordinates, and we'll have a package delivered to you momentarily.
Opie quickly relays the group's coordinates over the radio. Copy that, Colonel. Here's our position. We'll be waiting for that package.
Just then, Jackson Steele looks over and says, you sure we can trust them? What do you mean by package? What kind of package? He's thinking again. Damn it. All right. Here's what happens. Just then... Come on, Opie.
Opie thinks for a moment, mulling over their options. Well, we could choose to trust Colonel Sanders and wait for the package he mentioned, or we could be cautious and try to leave the area quickly. What do you guys think?
Just then you hear the radio blurt out, Strike Package 7719 on approach. You hear the sound of a jet approaching at high speeds.
Opie looks up, seeing a jet approaching. Damn, they're not wasting any time. That must be the strike package they were talking about. He looks at the guys. Brace yourselves, fellas. Looks like we're about to get some heavy support.
Just then, a bomb falls directly on your head. A bomb comes falling out of the jet, landing directly on the head, vaporizing the entire city, wiping out the zombie infection and wiping out the group all at the same time. The entire group dies.
All of a sudden, a bomb falls from the sky and lands directly on the group. Bam!
And that was the end of the story of Opie that day.
And with that,
What an
the
adventure.
story of Opie comes to a tragic end.
All right, thank you for joining me, Opie. Thank you for joining me, Tuttle and Frosted and everybody in the chat.
Absolutely. Been a blast.
I'm gonna make something to eat, and I'll probably chill in the Discord though for a bit if you want to still chat after the stream. So
Yeah, that sounds good.
anybody in the chat wants to join us, well, that's where we'll be. Thank you again for another story time thing. I had fun, and the more we do it, the better I'll get at all this stuff. I'm gonna look into an actual front end, like a D&D tools or something, so that we can make this a lot more, you know, less ghetto than it is right now. But yeah.
Dude,
No worries,
it's
Tuttle.
great.
It was good
This
fun.
is the beginnings of
Thanks for having
something
me.
amazing.
Yay.
All right, well, you got anything to say to Frosted, Opie?
Looks at Frosted and gives a smile. Thanks for playing along, Frosted. It was fun.
What about Jackson Steele?
Looks at Jackson. Thanks for playing along there, Jackson. Appreciate it. The night.
All right, tell everyone to like and subscribe, and then say goodbye.
All right. Everyone like, subscribe, and goodbye.
All right, bye.
See ya. Bye, everybody.
Oh boy.